Howdy, folks. Welcome to Adventures in Alberon, Courts of Everest. I am Joe Treff, your DM this evening, and many other evenings. And joining me are my friends, Matt, Vincent, Tina, Cara, and Alana. And we have crabs. Crab. We are celebrating Alana's birthday in the theme of crustaceans and crabs.
Various states of doneness.
It's hard to look over this. Okay, so let's just get this right out of the way immediately. Because this was a theme night, this means that, of course, the person who best embodies the theme of crab and/or crustacean will get a reroll. Oh no, I misplaced my reroll marker.
No.
I have had a little rubber lobster sitting here for literally like years.
Oh, the rock lobster?
And I put it away during the move. Wait, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm almost done. I'm not almost done. I've got so many pins on me.
What noise does a crab make?
The lobster. Here.
Oh,
Actually, here. Come in here.
Perfect.
You can see we have this glorious reroll lobster here.
Oh, the reroll lobster.
The reroll lobster. And I think it's tough because over here you have Matt, which is tough in general. But very, very realistic.
It's actually quite tender.
I would argue, of the 5 of us,
Yes.
the least crab.
The least crab, but it was crustaceans, I believe.
And we
was
all
Yeah, it was
return to crab.
Now, going down the line here, you can see we have Vincent, who is featuring the cutest of the crowd. And just delightful in terms of that. We have Tina, hoping that you have a crabulous day, of
Which
course.
is so good.
And then over on the other side,
Don't
we
worry about
have Don't Worry About It,
Don't
who
worry
custom
about it.
made a garment of clothes yet again
Yeah,
with the theme
it's
in mind.
Stunning.
It's
really.
phenomenal, but it's also a little challenging to see, I think, because of the angle of the stream. But yeah, look at that.
Oh, it looks great.
It's
Yeah.
so cool.
And as
So
always,
dope.
unfinished.
So dope. And then Alana created a like almost perfect blue or red crab, depending on the color that you would have ended up painting it, from cardboard. Very origami-like as well. So I think when we look at the overall presentations here, I feel like for Tina and myself, we're wearing crab shirts, but the rest of you have sort of got a little bit harder in the crab bracket. I have a very hard time choosing a winner for this evening, and so can the 4 of you please roll a d20. And Alana, you have a +2 birthday modifier.
Oh. I was going to say Alana should roll with advantage because it's her birthday. Modifiers are good.
Modifiers.
Oh! The dice have spoken.
Damn!
No.
4.
4.
We're also getting that away.
15.
Trouble happening.
Someone's having trouble.
I'm still unfinished.
6.
6. Oh, no. I can already see. We have to neuter this thing. Okay. Cara. Despite the unfinished crab, it is still a lovely crab nonetheless,
Thank
and
you.
I award you this
I got a 1.
official... Oh, no, wait. Who had the 15? Oh, Alana.
I did.
Alana.
Thank you for calling it lovely, though.
Yes, it is lovely. But especially as it is your birthday theme, this is very appropriate. This is the reroll lobster of the evening,
yeah.
which you can redeem to reroll 1d20 at any time, but only for this session.
2 pincers up for Alana.
Yeah, look at that. I don't know how you're doing that, man. I'm spending so much of this like,
I'm
cheap.
gonna not
Sure.
do this in, like, go to fucking break.
Strip.
So we are going to play D&D. That's what we're here for.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought we were just here for crab.
Yeah, we just got the shell. I have the crackers upstairs. A couple of quick announcements before we get
Someone
into
get the
D&D.
butter.
First of all, we have a whole bunch of places where you can see our sessions. Over on YouTube, you can see every single session that we play, which is 574 different sessions. You can also see close-ups of the different things on our table, like this encounter map, things like handouts, maps, if people take pictures of them, on Instagram Threads and Blue Sky at AlberonRPG. We also had last night our Starfinder game at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the same as every Thursday. Our gang of bounty hunters engaged in some diplomacy, though the diplomacy ended up being a little bit spookier than intended. And we have
spooky diplomacy.
Spooky diplomacy.
It was very spooky diplomacy. Tomorrow, we're having a bonus session. You can join us at, I believe, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the very first Triangle Agency one-shot called Eternal Summer. This is going to, I'm going to be running this game. Vincent will be there, Cara will be there, and then Liz will be joining us. 3 people for the Triangle Agency is a perfect number. And this is a game that is about maintaining the integrity of reality and doing so for only positive reasons and positive reasons alone. So that is going to be tomorrow at 4 p.m. You can join us right here on Twitch. And then we have Monument Studios Music and Sirenscape to thank for sound. Also, we will be playing our regular games next week. The following 2 weeks, we will be off for a summer break. And then in the 2nd or 3rd week of August, I forget which, we return, and we return with a vengeance. There are a lot of games that are going to be being played. Not all of them immediately available to you. Some of them will be released during October when we will be taking another break for my wedding.
Hey!
Yeah, it's very exciting. But that is what is coming up in the very near future. And so, it is time for this week's session of Courts of Everest.
Click, 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 click.
All right, and to Cara with the recap.
Wandering Hearts. When last we crabbed, we have finally wound up our shopping mini arc, as we have visited many shops, including Gleamroots, a wonderful, mystical, magical shop of various arcane supplies and sundries, and certainly not crystals. And none of our party asked the Rock Man if he sold any crystals or rocks.
That would be highly offensive, and nobody would ever do that.
Absolutely not. After discussing the various routes we could take to go to Hopewell, where we would meet with Warun, the artificing dragonborn, who promised to make a certain shield for one of our party members, we settled upon gaseous forming all the way there, with hand signals and gestures to indicate when we should no longer be Cloud. It was very specific, very organized, and we definitely followed it. Yes, I'll wrap it up, man. We made it to Hopewell in record time, about 45 minutes, and it was a good thing we chose to use such a spell rather than our carriage, as indeed, Hopewell is built into the side of a cliff, and walking down would take just as much time as taking the carriage to said cliff would take. Anyway, we indeed recovered a shield of magical potency for Minka to protect her from spells and further harm, thereby ensuring the longevity of our party at large, as she is indeed the one that keeps us up.
Thank you.
Cheshire helps. When she wants to.
When you deserve it.
Other armor is attempted to be procured, needing to go elsewhere in town, as Warren's armor is, of course, of the top, highest quality, and therefore expensive as fuck. And we're getting low on available funds. Billy finally found someone to teach her how to make a scrying bowl, and was ready to set in for 2+ hours of arts and crafts before a mild disagreement in the form of everyone just wondering why the hell we're sitting in Oakwell for 2 hours for arts and crafts, ended that real quick so that we could teleport circle back to the Emerald Spire so that we could meet here some. and continue our journey. But we did, however, retrieve a chest that we can use to gain the said bowl when it is finished, and send cool and interesting, unique things from other things that we definitely have killed ourselves and not other people have killed, so that Walrune can craft further armaments for us. You look like you want to say something.
I was just thinking, no, actually I don't. I do not want to say anything.
Okay.
Oh no.
It's
Damn,
my recap,
that's
bitches.
crazy.
We met up with Hirsum to continue our journey forward, who enabled us to walk a tree stride, I guess it is? Yeah. Whatever spell it is that you can use to take from one tree to other tree.
Transfer via plants.
Yep.
There we go. To reach the Valley of the Fireflies, a commune of friends that have been acquired over our adventure. First and foremost being Yeppel, the original inhabitant of the valley, and his new right-hand man, Patty. Yeppel, we learn, has become the mayor, and indeed has a lovely house made of the most viable material, stone. Good job, Yeppel. And has furthermore decided to call said village Rockstone home.
Population 9.
Creative as always. We get news of the area and find out that there are some nearby war bands that are troubling this burgeoning commune, as indeed armies to the north are encroaching further and further south into Everest. Patty was able to take us to his house where there's a hole where he kept a whole dead guy for just shits and giggles, I guess?
I forgot that happened.
Two dead guys.
Two dead guys.
Logo dead guys.
Go dead guys. Just
Well, if you're gonna hide one body, you're not gonna just leave the other one out there.
but like in where you live, man. Of all places, at least bury them in a garden.
Oh, he told you that's not where he lives.
No.
Fair. Fair. It's where he supposedly lives. Anyway. We also learned that there are many storms that are appearing on the horizon, both at Hopewell and in the Valley of the Fireflies, and these storms represent a destructive power unlike that seen before. Unrelated, Patty also shows us a cool little statue he got.
Very unrelated.
Very unrelated.
Yep.
We discuss our path forward, and Patty reminds us that we had at one point promised him that he could come along with us on our adventure. Promised. Alluded. We didn't think we'd see him again.
I knew I was gonna see him.
Okay, one of us lied.
One of us broke his heart.
I never told him. I told him he was gonna go live with Yubble.
Anyway, Patty, looking forward to protecting his newfound home and family, pledged himself to our cause as long as we were going further north to a tower where we could help him overthrow the army that is, again, giving them guff. We, after much convincing, were able to talk Patty down, giving him one of our badges so that in the event of our inevitable demise, Patty would be able to alert the authorities, namely Hirsum, at the Emerald Spire. This meant a great deal to Patty, as no Grung had ever been a Justicar before. And he offered us gifts. One gift. One very nice cloak. Because, indeed, that's all he could gather for us.
Oh, but it was a shit nice cloak. Oh, I remember this now.
Tina also now remembering that Hector has received a truly magnificent, sparkly cloak of, again, magical potency.
Well, it's been a couple of weeks.
It has.
Mm-hmm.
And, with a flourish, she dons the cloak, and we learned that we must soon leave said village because said cloak is stolen.
Technically, she has not worn it yet.
Dawn flourished and put away. Anyway, we head out of town, carefully passing by said cloak salesman, and make our way further north, towards the basalt ribs, and further forward towards the charred forest. as we head out, we make note of the place Patty mentioned finding his little statue, as Javaris had clued us in to the religious nature and thus potential curse that Patty has incurred
Didn't you send him out to go replace the statue?
because of said statue. We did encourage him to put it back where he found it, but that might not be as easy as we first thought when we found said location, tried to make it safe, and, you know, it's in the middle of a desert. That's fine. Desert, basalt land,
Basalt ribs.
basalt desert.
It is a sort of area where basalt pokes up almost like fingers through the ground, and in this place you found a place that you all decided was a place that this might go.
It goes there.
Could.
I feel like that was a good spot.
Hopefully this goddess of rain, also tangentially related to Grung, makes its way back to its plinth and bad rains can stop. We continued on our journey, and as we traveled it forth in cloud form, we saw on the horizon a dire owlbear charging ahead. A herd of owlbears?
Foxes running into the woods, ravens flying off.
Aminals!
Other small creatures.
With a dire
then
owlbear
a
at
large
its head.
silhouette off in the distance, flying
And-
creatures further out.
Charging towards us, as we are again, still cloud. This is where we begin our session.
It is.
There was space in between that.
Minka
So many
recognized some of the flying creatures as ash drakes.
That was awful.
That was off
Off
in the
in
distance.
yeah, like
earlier.
off in the far, far distance.
Yeah.
Not imminent.
No,
We'll
but
No
eventually have to
imminent
deal with
drinks.
that.
Give me
Maybe
just
imminent
one
drink?
second.
yeah, there is also
Depends how
critters.
you define imminent, I suppose.
well, critters are running away
How
from
fast they
something.
fly.
Mm.
If there are ones hidden that we didn't know about.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe they're also clouds.
So in this moment,
Clash streaks.
for all of you, having traveled through the basalt ribs and made your way, at this point, getting close to early evening, you had seen this creature run by. This owlbear tore through the elements of the forest on the part of the map that's over here, and erupted past all of you, at first seeming to be about to barrage into you, but you saw it just run straight by. And then what you were alluding to, Billy, was really just that it sounded almost like a herd was following it. But as you look, and as this creature streaks by your gaseous forms, this seems to be a little bit more like one much larger creature, with more than the typical number of legs, perhaps. In this moment, though, you see this owlbear and its cub just kind of making their way past you. They are breathing heavily. They look as if they have been running for some time. Is there anything that you're doing in this moment?
We can't really do anything because we're flying, right? We can move and look, essentially.
We can move and look, and
Yeah,
also
fucking dash.
And yeah, dash.
I'll look towards the rest and see if any of them are giving the signal to change back.
Okay.
You said that there was something that had more legs than.
Make a perception check using your eye for detail.
I don't get advantage though because I can't stop moving. Well, actually, can we stop moving?
You can't stop moving.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'll
We
stop
just-
moving for a moment just a moment so that I can get a better
Just
look.
can't do anything other than dash. Yeah.
Yeah, you can still perceive.
Right. Okay. That's good.
What do my gassy eyes see? Natural 20.
Nice. 31.
With a 31 and a natural 20, the two of you turn, and still, maybe 30 seconds away, you can see a tree shake and shudder. The blackened elements of this kind of like side that has been crisped from something, perhaps a lightning strike, suddenly splinter and fall. And in its wake, you see blue flesh roll over and by. You see this sort of smoking, cindering elements left behind on the wood where it brushes past, and you hear a sort of voice trailing off in the distance. And with that natural 20, I would say still 30 seconds off. Let me show you what you see.
Oh.
30 seconds off? Oh, I hate that.
That
Half
gives
an
us
hour.
5 rounds of not having to be within
Oh.
attacking distance.
Can you remind us how far away are we from Rockstone Home? Is it Rockstone Home?
Rockstone.
You are probably about 4 hours out of Rockstone Home, but
Phew.
like in terms of like walking distance, you're a good distance away now.
Okay.
You've put a lot of distance between yourselves and this. Now,
Okay.
that being said, you see a huge creature, many legs and limbs crawling over the landscape, this tail salamander-like kind of trailing behind it. But the eyes carry a slightly more keen intelligence than you're used to from animals that are being ridden, and this one is. You can see no saddle, but standing on its back is a dragonborn. In leather armor, they hold this sort of spear-looking weapon in one hand. They have a map that is open in the other, and then in the crook of their arm is the sort of reins that is all that is keeping them anchored to this creature as it crawls over top. This is not sprinting by any means, but it's still moving pretty quickly. It will catch up to this owlbear very quick. Is there anything that you're doing in this moment?
Doing my best to hide.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will be cloud for at least 30 seconds if I start declouding now. So Billy is also going to hide.
Okay. So
Yeah.
place yourselves where you want to if you want to hide. You can feel, or you can't feel, but you can hear the ground rumbling as this creature gets closer.
We can move up, right? Because
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
missed.
You can fly.
Yeah.
I'm going to go here,
Okay.
but I actually will start to decloud.
Okay. Are you giving anybody the signal
Yes.
that you so carefully agreed upon? And if so,
I'm
what is
also
it?
going to
Oh,
give
okay.
people the signal.
Yes, I'll say yes.
Okay.
At
I'm
first I was
gonna-
like, I don't know.
Billy is
gonna-
going to crouch and assume the position.
You crouch, you assume the position. All of you begin to transition back into your sort of more major forms. Cheshire, are you doing so as well?
Maybe like around behind everybody
Um,
else.
Okay.
But yeah.
So place wherever you want to be as you do this process.
Quick question,
Yeah.
because it determines where I want to be. What time is it in the day?
7:30 p.m.
So dark?
No,
Or-
but trending towards dark. It's summer.
Okay.
And with the astral eclipse no longer in the sky,
or dim light?
not dim light yet.
Okay. So, okay. Then I'm gonna go. It's coming this way.
Yes.
This is a rather Eastern time, so 7:30 is still bright.
Can you remind me with this spell? When it ends, we slow fall?
Yes.
Only if you are.
If it's forced to end.
If it's forced to end. Otherwise, you just kind of drop. But
Okay.
like, just gravity just kind of
Okay,
remembers
I'm
you exist suddenly. Like, whee.
So you all scatter around. Valis, you're standing right in the middle.
No, I just haven't had a chance to move
Okay.
myself.
Where would you like to move yourself, sir? You have crab hat.
Just watching Crab Hat like
Let's
slowly
see.
approach camera.
Up. Do like on top.
On the
Of
other
that.
side.
This thing?
Yeah.
The very high one?
Opposite order.
Oh. On the other side of that, actually. Like right next to the owlbear.
This one?
Like.
This one?
Right there.
So that little ledge. I don't
think so.
that your mini will not stay up there, and I don't know if
There's
Okay,
flying
that's fine
things
then.
right over here.
That's
I
fine then.
believe. I found them all finally.
Thank you.
So all of you find a place to hide and you begin to transition. That means that you get about halfway before this creature bursts onto this scene. You hear the earth kind of trembling. You can see elements of the basalt shaking, little pebbles rattling off. And then another tree is just pushed aside as this creature bursts onto this place. And you can see the Dragonborn. They scan this distance. And can everybody make a stealth check?
Can we?
Yes, you can.
we
It's
get
like
any-
a passive stealth for...
Yeah, and you don't get any, there's no real ability to use like features or anything to aid this, but you
Do I have disadvantage from wearing heavy
do
armor?
not.
All right.
Do we
That's
still
advantage for me.
add whatever we would normally add?
For a stealth modifier, yes.
Okay.
Whew.
27.
27, pretty hidden.
Natural 20.
Hell
Again.
yeah! Look at
Fire
that.
eye crab, man.
It's the hat.
You didn't get the reroll. 14.
14
I'm
and
not-
16 on this side of the
our
table.
corner of the map is not doing great.
We're
I think
not
it
that
does have
stealthy.
Well, it makes sense because you're both hiding right next to each other.
Yeah.
Like
imagine I
the,
just am ruining
it's a
Billy's vibe right
good breakup of the way that we've placed ourselves and how the stealth worked out.
But
So this
also, it may not
creature,
be good if it completely doesn't see us, because then it's just gonna keep moving.
Right,
But
but
isn't
then
that
we
good?
can chase after it.
We don't.
it's gonna be
we
really
don't,
challenging.
we don't
When
know
you
what
see-
their intent is. It's just a dude with a. They could just be hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could just be a hunter.
I'm
So-
curious what the
See
map
how this plays
is.
out?
They crest
Yeah,
up
I was
here.
curious about the map. Seems like they have
We lost.
something.
You can see they are holding this map, but they put it down. It lowers in their hand, and they scan out. They look across Cheshire. Their eyes go right over you. For those of you in the middle of the field, right over you, they seem to spot this owlbear, and they are about to pull the spear back, and then their scan stops right on Minka. And they lock eyes with you in your gaseous form. Does anybody here speak Draconic?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, no, I don't.
No, Alina technically does.
There you go. So they shout out in Draconic some words that seem almost gleeful and happy, though you do not understand what they mean, and they swing the spear around to point to you. And can all of you please roll for initiative?
I wave back.
They only saw you by 2, so that was
Damn
actually
it.
very close.
Damn it.
They're just excited. We're gas clouds, Hannah. We can't cast tongues.
12.
Well, okay.
Well, I guess.
Let me,
yeah.
let me-
yeah.
Let me just go around and do this. So for initiative, anybody natural 20? Vincent?
No.
All right, 25 to
Come
20.
easy go.
22.
22 for Minka. Okay, Minka, if you're going to get spotted, now is the time to roll high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 for Billy. And then do we have 20 to 15? Ooh, 15 to 10.
No.
12.
10 for Cheshire. 12 for Ori. All right. And then Valis, where are you?
5.
5 for Valis. Still not last. All right. So
Nice.
the way that this works out, the hunting party will be going first, then Minka, then Billy, then Ori, then Cheshire, then Valis, and then at the very end of time, the owlbear and its cub.
No. Big
So they rolled a 4, so just slightly under Valis. These hunters are going to go first. Minka, they point to you, shouting out in Draconic. The first thing that they are going to do is
They're just excited to see other people. That's all this is. They're just
They've
saying
been
hi.
in the woods for a long time.
excuse me, Vincent.
Oh, sorry.
They're going to leap up onto the
They
top here
Are unfamiliar with
as
the area.
this
They're
creature
tourists.
swings around to flank you, Minka. Oh, that's perfect. The miniature
No.
size in the hands.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love this for me.
Damn, that's
And as a reminder, you can see
crazy.
pictures on Instagram if people take them.
No one needs
At
to memorialize this.
AlberonRPG, this creature leaps, rushing off. They grab onto the reins and use the momentum of this salamander running around the side. Billy, it doesn't seem to see you. It runs like almost over top you. You have to duck down into the little seam between the basalt pillars. But they use the momentum of the salamander to pull this rope taut, and they land perfect on this. It is a display of well-coordinated teamwork. And as they go at the apex of their swing, they're going to heave the spear at you. That is their first attack. And the spear goes straight through the elements and folds of your skirt in this gaseous form. It's hard to see where you end. And so it just goes straight through and then wedges straight between 2 elements of basalt. And with the natural 1, that spear is stuck tight.
Oh, no.
But in that moment, they reach down and then they start whipping daggers at you. The first one is going to be a 16 to hit.
It's a miss.
That is a miss. And the second one is going to be...
He's giving us supplies.
he's just rearming you. 20 to hit.
Ooh, meets it, beats it.
Beats it, but it is just a dagger, and that dagger deals only 5 points of damage.
Is it a magical
it's-
damage?
It is not
It's not
magical.
magical, it's halved.
It's halved.
It's
So
halved. There you go.
Resistant.
So that is all. That is all that they can do. That is that person's turn. That brings us over to their salamander companion. So this glass-footed salamander, as it gets close to you, Minka, you can feel the body itself radiates heat, and you imagine striking it might cause it to flare even more brilliantly. It reaches out with these 2 arms on either side, and you can see the claws themselves are blazing with this fiery energy, and they slash at you twice. First with the claw, and the claw is going to be a 23 to hit.
That sure hits.
All right, and with that 23, that is going to deal... Oh, that's not too bad. That is going to be a total of 14 points of slashing damage, plus 2 points of fire damage. And as they rake this across and it passes partially through your gaseous form, this entire massive muscular body swivels around and the tail tries to swat you out of the sky. This is going to be a 21 to hit.
Hits.
I have one more d6 somewhere, and it's made its way off. I do not know where it went. That's okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. So with that, you are going to be taking 13 points of bludgeoning damage, plus 12 points of fire damage. And can you make a strength saving throw, please? Oh, thank you.
It's this teacup that has.
Ah, a teacup.
That was
Those are yours.
way higher than I need right for it to be.
That is distressing.
The strong
18.
breeze.
In this moment, the tail articulated, and it begins to wrap around you, but you fly free of this. It cannot grasp you. You are made out of gas. You straight out of this thing, and it cannot grab on. That is all that it can do, and that brings us to you, Inka.
All right.
Billy, you're on deck.
2 questions. One, were any of those attacks magical? I'm
They were
assuming
not.
fire.
They were. Sorry, say that one more time.
I'm assuming fire, although fire doesn't matter because
It is not magical.
Okay,
it is
so-
just elemental damage.
Okay, cool. So let me just correct these numbers. Okay, cool. Cool. Due to the nature of reversion, trying to revert means I am incapacitated.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna mechanically do nothing,
you
but
go.
just curl up into like a little ball with my little
You
hands
said.
over my head and be like, no.
That is one more round. You have just, I believe, 4 more to go.
Yeah.
Billy,
I've been done this song and dance before.
on your turn, what are you doing as you transform back?
Still, like, crouched down.
Everybody holds. Ori, on your turn, what are you doing? You hold as well. Cheshire, on your turn, what are you doing? You hold, but much quieter over in that corner, the stealth holding tight. And then Valis, last but not least.
Can we talk when we're incapacitated?
You cannot.
Oh.
Well, you
We
You
can't,
can't
talk
talk.
as clouds.
you can't talk as
That's
clouds.
why we had the whole.
Oh,
signals,
you're right.
remember?
Right.
Forgot about that. Can we grab, like, as a cloud? Could I grab another cloud and like move
No.
them?
No, you can't.
And
do
you,
anything.
in this
You can
process,
dash,
you can't do anything. So I'm
You can-
asking
Alright, I'll
mostly for
just keep-
flavor.
or you can disengage your cloud.
You actually cannot stop the process once it's started, I believe. Rules is written.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I'll keep turning.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You keep turning it into a cloud, and that brings us to the owlbears.
It can be interrupted technically, but
By
I think it's like
Going
by
unconscious
going.
because
yeah.
that's what
Exactly.
happened when Ori got
Yeah.
bubbled.
So, in this moment, you see the little owlbear cub sprints ahead, moving as fast as it can, 40 feet off this map it goes. And then this big one gets right to the edge of the map, but breathing heavy, seeing the cub breathe heavy, it is going to turn and prepare to fight to defend its young. It's going to hold an action to attack anything that threatens its child. But that is the owlbears, and that brings us to the top of the round and to the hunters. Minka, you sit there and just take these damages. You get down even lower. And so this individual seems to be empowered by that. And so they are going to, they're actually going to take this turn to hop off this basalt pillar and as an action, make an athletics check to pull their spear free. And they are going to roll a natural 1.
Nice.
They're going to spend their whole turn just wrestling with this and wrestling with this. And at first, you know that you speak no Draconic. They are making fun of you. But it very quickly gets quiet as they are just grunting and trying to heave the spear free. But that is all that they can do.
Mechanically, are they still up here or are they now?
They are now down there because they could not get that free.
Is this like when I'm playing Halo and I'm just trying to do a thing and I'm just running into a cliff and everyone around is like, are you gonna do something?
Yeah, something like that. That is more or less what they are doing.
Great, I
However,
love it.
it is the salamander's turn,
Who
and
actually
they
does that?
have not lost track of you, Minka. They have not lost any of their weapons, and they are going to take a multi-attack against you.
Fine.
The first is going to be with the claw, and you can see they have heated all the way up now.
Great.
That is going to be a 26 to hit.
Damn. Weird.
With that 26, you are taking first only 11 points of slashing damage, half to 5, plus 5 points of fire damage, which also halved.
I don't believe so,
It's
because I believe the shield that I just got is only for magical damage.
I believe so,
resistance,
yeah.
Not
So-
elemental damage.
Correct. So that is. I just wasn't sure if you got it as part of Cloud
Yeah,
Walk,
don't
but that's
we get
just
it as
bludgeoning,
Cloud-
piercing, and
It's
slashing.
just
Oh, it's-
non-magical bludgeoning, piercing.
I thought
and
it was
slashing.
any
It's just the
physical.
mundane
Yeah, I
stuff.
thought it was any
It's just
physical
no,
damage.
unfortunately.
So that was 11 half to 5, and then that was
Straight up 5 for fire.
straight up 5 for fire,
Yeah.
and then the tail whistles around from behind. That is cocked.
What's the name of
That
Ori
is not
Street
great.
then?
11 to hit,
No.
and so it just right
It's not
over top.
included, that's why it's 5.
But that is the salamander's turn. That brings us to you, Minka.
All right, so I will continue my journey. It's a very emotional journey at this point.
It is absolutely. There's combat swirling around you, and only you.
Yeah, I have. At this point, I think Minka is just kind of like teetering around like a weird weeble wobble, just trying really hard not to like lose focus on transforming back.
No problem. You have 2 more rounds to go. Billy, what would you like to do? You get even smaller, but a little bit more real. Ori, what about you? Ori transforming back. Cheshire, what about you? Really quietly transforming back. Valis, last but not least.
Can I wildly gesticulate while turning back?
You can. So you really live the crab lifestyle as you return back, but that is all that you do. This owl bear is
No one is
going
watching.
to, having now begun to understand that for whatever reason people have shown up and just frozen, it turns and runs and makes it off the map, kind of catching up to its cub in a single bound,
Goodbye, bear.
and they make their way off. That brings us to the top of the round and to the hunters. Very easy is this, although this hunter's struggling mightily. They do finally pull their spear free. And they're going to swing back up to the top of that pillar using their movement. Other than that, though, that is going to be their action and their movement. As a bonus action, they will throw 2 daggers now that they have the ability to do so. One of them will certainly miss. And the other one... 13 does not hit, correct?
No.
There you go. And so completely unable to hit you. This guy is having a frustrating experience. He shouts something in Draconic that must be, "Why are you a cloud?" But that is their turn. That brings us to the salamander. The salamander starts with the claw attack. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
Nope.
And then they swing the tail around. That is going to be a 26 to hit.
Well, that does hit.
With that 26, that's maximum damage right there.
Hate that.
That is going to be 23 points of bludgeoning damage halved to 11, plus 8 points of fire damage. That is... Oh, and can you make a strength saving throw?
Yeah, 8.
8. With that 8, you are grappled. Now, can you be grappled? I believe in cloud form, you still can be. That is one of the things...
It doesn't say you can.
So as a gas, what I'm going to rule this as, you are technically restrained. I would say as part of your movement, you are able to kind of wiggle free, but all the other things on restrained will hold true until your turn. So you are
Basically
currently
just
restrained.
occupying your space as you're trying to become corporeal.
Basically, yeah. Although if you do become corporeal as it
Then
holds you,
it's free meal.
Awkward.
so that is the salamander's turn. You are restrained by it. That brings us to you, Minka.
Sorry, I'm just like looking over. Just
I
double
believe
check.
because you are transitioning at the moment,
Yeah,
there's
no,
nothing that you can
No,
do.
I was just double checking the thing on restraint or anything. It just says nothing about it.
Yeah.
So, I guess for flavor, Minka's gonna be trying, like, continuing her weird wee wobble, but instead of just going around like this, she's now kind of like also kind of twisting and saying no, but no one can hear anything because it's just silence, and
Yeah.
her just be like,
Absolutely. You can see Minka just doing the floss. Billy, what about you?
So we have how many rounds left? 2?
After this round, you will have just one more.
All right.
Cheshire will have 2.
Cheshire will have 2.
Yeah.
So Billy is. Can you like move? Like
No.
do arm? You can do arm gestures.
Arm
now.
You're incapacitated.
Can a
The
draw a weapon?
Incapacitated just means you can't take actions or reactions. You can still move.
I guess.
drawing weapon is technically an action.
But
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the spell
Well then,
you have
yeah,
to
I'm
not
just
be
gonna
moving.
say.
There you go. That is your turn. Just a single round left for you, Ori. You continue to grunt. Cheshire? Even slower is this transition for you, Valis. You continue to crab claw aggressively. The owlbears are off the map. That brings us to the top of the round.
that one.
And to this hunter. This hunter now has their spear back, and so they're going to take a multi-attack with that spear. The first attack is going to be an 18 to hit.
No.
The second attack is going to be a 21 to hit.
Ah, that does hit, unfortunately.
So, first, that is going to deal a paltry 8 points of piercing damage, halved to 4. And then it deals an additional 8 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Their third spear attack is going to be a 22 to hit.
That does hit.
And so with that last hit, a paltry, again, 8 points of piercing damage, halved to 4. And, man, I hate black ink on the supposedly, like, rainbow-colored dice. It's just dark. 12 points of fire damage.
I'm still up.
That is the hunter. That brings us over to the glass-footed salamander. They are going to first take their claw attack. That is going to be a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
With that 26, that is going to deal 18 points of slashing damage, halved to 9, plus 9 points of fire damage. And then these are at advantage.
Damn.
Okay, not crit. And then the tail attack, that is going to be a 22 to hit.
It does hit.
That is going to be 18 points of slashing damage, halved to 9, and then
It does not matter.
7 points of fire damage.
I'm unconscious.
Oh, Minka drops unconscious.
But solid.
Still slowly
Does that
transitioning.
make-
No.
No,
I don't
I
believe
know, right?
so.
I think
I
it
have to double
does.
check.
I
believe
became solid when I passed out in the bubble.
If I remember correctly, I believe
I
that.
don't think
Oh.
it actually says anything about it.
Let me look.
Pause for rule reading. Pause for rule reading.
If I can get there. I can't.
Until the spell ends, the creature can revert to form.
All it says is
Creature
reverting takes
ends.
1 minute. During which time the creature is incapacitated and can't move.
It just says when the spell ends.
The
There's
spell
no
ends,
mention
creature
of.
can
So I
revert.
think you are still incapacitated, and I'm going to say that probably for both sake of ease and just for making sense for a spell, the transition continues as you are unconscious as long as you're still making death saves.
Okay.
So people will have an opportunity to potentially help you.
Okay.
So currently still transitioning, and in fact, you would imagine as their turn ends and yours begins, you can make a death saving throw.
I haven't made this in a minute. That's plus your
It's
No,
it's
it's
just
flat.
flat.
flat, so 14.
That is a success.
Right?
And Minka, with that success, as you breathe just a little bit deeper, you suddenly are on the battlefield wholly. And that may be the worst possible time for this to occur. Billy, at the end of your turn, you complete your transition back into real space, and you can hear next to you this salamander that's mouth opens up, saliva dripping down, leaning in to snatch up Minka, suddenly turns, and these black eyes kind of constrict, focusing in on you. That is your turn.
No egg for you.
That brings us to Ori. Ori, at the very end of your turn, you become real. The salamander kind of briefly looks up again.
This is the weirdest hunting trip for these poor
And
guys.
then, Cheshire, at the end of your turn, you are almost real. You have not quite transitioned back yet. Valis, at the end of your turn, though you do crab pincers, suddenly you are doing them in the real world. You can feel the wind go by your pincers. You are real once more. That brings us to the top of the round. Everybody but Cheshire is real. This is finally an encounter. You can see this hunter looks up kind of at the salamander to see what they're reacting to, and their eyes track right over to you, Billy. You could see they are going to leap down using the reins to kind of swing down to where Minka is, pull the spear out of Minka's body, flip it over the back of their hand, and from the back, for the kind of hip, sling it over at you, Billy. This is going to be a ranged weapon attack. That is going to be a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Billy, that's cocked. That is going to be only 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
plus 8 points of fire damage. And then they are going to take their dagger and throw that with their offhand. And that is going to show with a 12 to hit.
Nope.
That just ting right off and flies over. But that is their turn. That brings us to the glass-footed salamander. It also straightens up, Billy, and stands towering almost twice your height before it comes clawing down with an attack against you. That is going to be a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
With that 25, that is going to be 4, 5, 6, 11, 15 points of slashing damage plus 8 points of fire damage. And then as that kind of knocks you backwards, the tail spins around and tries to strike you. That is only going to be a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
And with that, that is going to be a bit of a heftier blow. That is going to be 18 points of bludgeoning damage plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of fire damage. And can you make a strength saving throw? As this hits you and then begins to curl around your waist.
Natural 20.
With a natural 20, you burst free. As it tries to pull you in and snap down at your head, you can feel the superheated elements from this creature radiating off of it, but that is all that it can do. That brings us to Minka. Minka, make it a saving throw.
9.
That is a failure. 1. Oh, you do have a reroll.
I do have a reroll.
You might want to save it.
Save
I was
it.
Save
like-
it.
Just in case you get a natural 1.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
true.
So hang on to that, but that is
Oh, wait,
one
I'm
success.
sorry. It wasn't a 9. It was a 6. I'm
Okay.
Oh,
Either way,
mildly
fail.
dyslexic.
So, I mean, anybody can confuse a 6 for a 9 if you're going to mess
Dots
them up.
are there.
So that is a failure and a success. That is your turn, Minka. That brings us to you, Billy. Billy, you take shots here, but you look down and Minka is unconscious and beginning to breathe a little shallower. What are you doing?
Billy looks up and is like, "You just wanted to make new friends, didn't you?" And I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
From?
The dude. Little dude.
The Dragonborn?
Wisdom?
Dragonborn. Yeah.
9.
Technically, would you say that we are fighting him because we haven't made any aggressive moves towards him?
Yes.
Okay, it's a roll with advantage.
Natural 20.
Are you fucking serious? No, you just wanted to make new friends, Silver Barbs.
15.
No!
There you go.
Charm person.
So you can see a little bit confused at first. And you said what exactly?
You just wanted to make new friends, didn't you? And I cast Charm Person.
There you go. So they make this wisdom saving throw. They are charmed. Can you put a charmed ring on them? They look up at you. You can see they have just kind of stabbed you. And then from a look of like contempt and pride and just joy for being in this battle to almost looking a little bit embarrassed. You can see the quills in the back of their head go down a little bit. And they take the spear and they look at it and they go, Broxnostigundant. And they like just kind of turn and they peer across this battlefield and look down at Minka. And they hold up one scaled finger as if telling you to wait. They reverse the grip of their spear, looking down. But that is your action.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, just when you say reverse the grip of the spear, like to
Yeah.
stab and finish
Certainly.
her? Oh, Billy would just be like, ooh.
Okay.
Just like, as like a no.
Yeah, that's a free action. Anything else?
That's a bonus action will not help Minka.
There you go. That is your turn, Billy. You have charmed them. And this is good for you, for sure. That's going to bring us to Ori.
So I'm actually up at the top, but
Yeah.
I couldn't place it. So from there, I do have line of sight on this
You
guy.
absolutely do.
I'm gonna pop a few at this dude trying to
Slap
hurt
clap.
my friend.
Absolutely. Fucking do it.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Because he's about to kill Minka?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck this guy.
We could tell him no.
I
I think it's fine, guys.
See, isn't it fun to have
And I'm
all of
gonna
your
do,
spells just fucked from the beginning?
I'm gonna make the attack first,
Okay.
and then I'll decide. Because if it doesn't hit, it doesn't matter if I get close.
Yeah,
to the
make
cleric.
Yeah, you could
attack.
roll 3 natural ones.
It's
Well,
true.
I hope I don't do that, but thanks for
Please
fucking
don't do
putting
that.
it in
I'm right
If that
there.
happens, you go straight to the shadow.
Thanks for putting it into the ether.
It would be karma though, so
Okay, well that's okay, because it was 15 on the die, plus
Plus some numbies.
28.
28 is a hit.
And I'm gonna make it a menacing attack. So he needs to make a wisdom save or become frightened of me.
Save or become frightened. They.
And
That is a 5.
okay, so he has become frightened of me.
Okay. So you shoot
Can I
using
pause?
the. What are you hitting him with?
Ruby Crescendo.
You hit him with this crossbow bolt, and in this moment they look around. They don't seem to be able to see where this came from. Billy, this dragonborn ducks low, and they take one hand and almost try to push you down with them, as if you are 2 allies on the battlefield and they are trying to keep you safe. You can see look at Minka one last time and kind of hiss, and then look around for where this has come from. They are going to protect what in their mind is their kill.
Hang on, I'm rolling the
Superiority.
I'm gonna be
numbies.
real upset when I heal Minka next round.
So it's 5.
it's gonna be a really weird like us versus them moment of like what side are you on?
Billy, this is your chance to just turn on the party. Healers down.
It's a pretty good chance.
Yeah.
So
It's just
it
like,
is
just
31
I'm gonna
points
go
of piercing.
join the army.
3 of, fire.
Oh,
The
no,
fire
recruiters
damage,
got to it.
For what it's-
expending one of the charges.
For what it's worth, only seems to
promised
do
her
about
a car.
half as much as you would hope.
And then
I can buy my own Xbox.
I'm going to
It's free healthcare. It's for you.
40 feet over here. I think I can go.
Are you Batwinging?
No, I can't.
Oh wait, I can't. Right.
Cannot.
Are you Batman?
So I guess I am just gonna stay there. But from there, I will shout, "Leave them alone!"
Okay, you do. And certainly you have their attention after that attack.
And yeah, that's it.
That is your turn. Ori, that brings us to you, Cheshire. At the end of your turn, finally, you pop into existence. You are part of this battlefield as well. And all at once, everybody except for Alina, who started 6 sessions later, or 6 turns later than everybody else, because they were busy eating a toffee apple, and then finally, just now, look around and go, and start chewing a little faster. They begin to transition into the real space.
Is the toffee apple also missed?
That brings us over to Valis.
All right.
It is. Very flavorful.
I'm gonna move. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The crap is
5,
so it
6.
just gets closer to the camera.
I wish we could just flip it around so people could just have crab vision.
Yeah,
Just
we
crab
can-
cam.
We just need to put the camera on top of the crab. We'll
Crap.
never be in frame, but it will at least not get hit.
I'm gonna cast
Not in frame.
Aura of Vitality,
It
Okay.
just slips down.
and as a bonus action, heal Minka with it. You heal 10.
Ooh.
Keeping Billy's cover intact.
And I'm gonna shout out loud to the hunter, "Hunter, your hunt is ended."
Okay. You shout out and you see instantly their head turns to you. They're a little frightened of Ori anyways. They're already charmed by Billy. That really only leaves one opponent on the battlefield. They narrow their eyes.
I
That
narrow
is-
my eyes even narrower.
That is
Draw a
your
line in
turn.
the sand.
That is your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Alrighty. That brings us to the top of the round
Take one
and
step
to
forward.
the hunters. He is going to point this spear at you, grin, turn to you, Billy, and say something that you totally don't understand. It sounds almost like a "watch this," and then they swing around on this road, flying around. You can see they go out and around, taking this wide arc, and they pull the spear back to make this attack as they use the momentum to drive into you, Valis.
A disadvantage, and they can't actually move there because they can't go closer to me.
Oh, they can't go closer to you.
A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of his fear is within line of sight, and the creature can't willingly move closer to the source of his fear.
That is fair. Okay. And then are they able to make a saving throw against that or no?
No, it just lasts for the turn.
Gotcha,
So at the end
gotcha,
of their turn, they're good.
Okay. In that case, they are going to take this spear, close both hands around it, and twist around the haft, and you can see a flash of magic burst from between the fingers and across the battlefield into this salamander as they cast some kind of a spell. This salamander seems to get even stronger, infused with the strength of perhaps a bear, as its abilities are now enhanced. You can see they will then, as a bonus action, fling a dagger at you, Valis. That's pretty good.
Disadvantage.
At disadvantage. That's not as good. That is going to be a 13 to hit.
That will miss.
And so just ding, right off of your shield. But that is all that they can do. That brings us to the salamander. Okay, so the salamander is not charmed by Billy.
Nope.
But they are a good salamander.
Yep.
They
Salamander.
are going to wheel around, and not aware of Minka being back alive, they are going to charge at you, Valis. They storm across this space. You feel the heat as they approach. They are first going to swing this tail around at you. Valis, that is going to be a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. First, you are taking 7, 8. That is going to be 13 points of bludgeoning damage plus only 7 of fire. And can you make a strength saving throw, please, as you feel the tail, as it hits you and like shifts you off your feet, begin to wrap around you as well.
The fire damage is half because I'm resistant to fire.
Very nice.
27. I'm also real strong.
You are, and you just burst out of this tail grasp. That is all that this creature can do. You can feel this immense heat radiating off of it, though. That brings us to Minka. Minka, you feel this vitality flood into you from Valis. You open your eyes, and you can see this creature's back is to you. This Dragonborn seems to be friends with Billy now. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm prone. Originally I was just gonna heal myself. And I think I just might do that still.
Okay.
So I'm going to... Yeah, why not? I had a thought of like, maybe I could just pretend to play dead, and I'm like, this isn't gonna last very long. I'm not a very good actor. I'm going to channel the chalice on the floor.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself at 3rd level, and then also use the chalice's ability to. I'm just gonna take all the health for myself.
Absolutely. So face down on the ground, suddenly you begin to glow, and over top Minka, though their face pressed into the grass, you can see the starlight become this almost inverted celestial symbol as Minka is currently upside down. But the healing works all the same.
Fine.
Any chance the hunter thinks she's activating her death self-destruct sequence?
Probably not. They have not seen those films.
That would be really good, though. It's so funny. Okay, so it's... I'm being mad.
She's going critical!
She's gonna blow!
Okay. Okay, dope. I heal a bunch, and then with my bonus action, I'm actually just gonna, like... I will stand up.
Okay.
I will stand up, I've decided. And for the bonus action, I'm not gonna do anything with it, but I will just kind of, like, press myself into the basalt a little bit and just be like, I am one with the basalt.
You try glowing this basalt reflecting the light that you are producing, but no problem.
Fine.
You are one with this basalt.
Yeah.
That is your turn. That brings us to Billy.
Billy casts comprehend languages.
Right, so you cast comprehend languages, pulling your hand
Wait,
across.
no, sorry. That doesn't allow me to speak in the language, and we can't share language. Never mind. No.
Okay.
Take it back.
Billy, what you doing?
Is dude looking at me?
Presently, dude is looking at Valis.
Okay.
Alice is really good looking.
Can I whisper a spell quiet enough to spell it? Or would
Whisper a spell quiet enough
like
to...
can I like roll a stealth check and attempt to whisper a spell, or is that like ranging too close to
What are you trying?
subtle spell?
What are you trying to do?
I want to cast a spell and not have my friend know it was me.
That has more to do with proximity and their passive perception.
Okay. Oh. I'm not gonna chance it.
Okay.
Billy is going to healing word Minka. No, that's a bonus action. Damn it!
What you doing?
Billy is going to draw her sword and point it in Valis's direction and just start shouting, "You got this! I'm pretending that this is threatening!" And give you bardic inspiration.
You do know
To
the
me?
Dragonborn seems to look at you and their eyebrows furrow. For what it's worth. Anything else, Billy?
Does Billy see that? You said
Yes.
Billy sees that.
Yes.
He's a dragonborn, of course.
He's speaking to me in Draconic!
That's his first language, but most dragonborns know common.
And then Billy looks up at him and is just like, I suggest that we just calm down and take a minute. Suggestion.
Wisdom?
Wisdom, yes.
11.
Nice! Because he's my friend.
All right, so
You're just like deepening like the charm person.
his brain is like starting to bleed.
Next, your
Just having like
right?
flashes where it's like Billy is just inserted into core areas.
You tell them that we all just need to calm down for a second. And in this moment, you see confusion cross their eyes. There is this flicker. You could see they look at this creature, they look over at you, Valis, and then in Draconic, well, you're saying that in common?
Yeah, I don't speak Draconic.
In Draconic, I just realized the salamander only speaks Draconic. They are going to shout out a single word, and this salamander, about to slash across Valis's chest, stops just inches away. And in this moment, the Dragonborn turns to you, Billy, and you are all out of initiative, at least for now. This individual turns to you and says, "Why?"
I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding. What are you after?
Okay. So they look at you and they look around suddenly and they go, "Meat. We need meat to feed the salamanders and ash drakes."
Oh, that does make sense. And Billy's fairly bony.
Yeah.
So it's like, I wish you would have said something sooner. We could have helped you with that owl back there. You saw it. It's in the middle of feasting for hibernation. It must be fat.
You can see they nod and they say, "Not hibernation, but they are fat. Yes, it is okay. We'll find more. Did not know the Maul tribe was here. Sorry."
No harm done. No one's deceased. It's fine.
They turn and they gesture to the salamander, who has just been staring inches away from you, Valis, like a cat just inches away from a pet that is separated only by glass. You can see just dripping off the teeth, and then it just shuts it right in front of your face, and then turns and over to this dragonborn. They turn to you and they say, "What is assignment?"
At the moment, we're in between assignments, so we're just attempting to move closer to home.
What is home?
Oh. An interesting little house. Perhaps you've seen it. It walks.
You are going to which house?
Yes.
No, that is not a good place to go. Not from our tribe, not since they brought in the Wendigo.
We did hear some howls on the wind.
Creepy.
Yes. But we have orders, and moving in between spaces means that we have heard rumors that it's possible to acquire the house now that the stars are back.
It is not possible to acquire the house. It is taken by powerful aunties. They work with Graxxial Duneth. Do not displease them, or you will displease him. And then we'll have to kill you.
No, don't want that.
No,
Graxxial Duneth is most powerful. It would be a delight to die in his jaws, but I would prefer...
you are not worthy to die in the jaws of Graxxial Duneth.
Of course not. That's why I
Perhaps
said it would
the
be a great
Emberborn,
delight.
or the Misterander, or
Even
the
so,
Silver Vow, but not Graxxial Duneth themselves.
even so, one can dream.
Have I heard of any of these names?
Make a history check.
Best skill 11.
You have heard of mist before. You heard the word silver in there, and that captures your attention. But aside from that, no.
Fair.
Could I make that same check?
You certainly can.
Do I get my thing?
You get your thing on one of them, yes.
Oh! Can I do
12.
that?
Okay. 12. You haven't heard of any of these guys.
Damn.
I would say, actually, for you, Vals, go ahead and make a religion check.
Again, like make another
Yeah.
check.
Should I make one check and then a separate
No,
one
just
with
one.
my thing?
Dirty, filthy 20.
Filthy 20.
Damn.
Yeah. It's trash. It's like a 12 or something. That
Vals,
was with it, man.
one of these things does mean something to you. Drelicor of the Silver Vow. Last that you had heard was a silver dragon, the final noble guardian of some of the few bastions of civility left within Ganon, a continent that is predominantly ruled by dragons, or was prior to their fall. Since their reemergence, who knows? But this individual is a ancient silver dragon.
Okay. What was the name? Bellicor?
Drelicor.
Drelicor, Drellicor, the Silver Vow.
Well, we have been given that direction to travel in, and towards the house we go. And it's not for us to question.
No, but all that work for Graxxial Duneth will question you as you go. You should have a better response. I am just hunter. I just mind noble beasts. And they point to the salamander, who just kind of...
Gilly does like a deep bow, like, of course, noble beast.
You can see the salamander caught a little off guard by that, kind of returns the bow slightly.
Oh, Cara likes this.
But this dragonborn nods approvingly and says, they like you.
Oh, I am honored.
Have you thought of being hunter before?
Oh, it's not really my skill set, although I do admire yours.
You could learn. There are many of us here now.
Once my mission is finished, I might take you up on that offer.
They nod. And they say, do you know the way to Aishakar?
Do I know the way to Aishakar?
You do not. But seeing your confusion, they say, I will show you where you can find me. And they pull out their map. And unrolling it, they show you, actually you could just take that to take a look at, but you can see the southern edge of this map has these kind of crispy trees that would likely be the charred forest that now looms before you, just on the other edge of the basalt ribs. You see Tyrant's Rest. You see, actually, in much greater detail than you have ever seen, the layout of many of Graxxial Duneth's forces. You see literal fortresses and castles that have been erected in the span of time that the Tyrant has taken over this peninsula. You also see the house. You see exactly where it lies.
As Billy is like looking at the map, she's doing her best to like try and remember and recall it. Being familiar generally with the charred forest and Yathwood.
Yeah. And this is a really,
Indeed.
this is a very good map. Like everything that you're seeing, this lines up really well. They have a very, very clear understanding of this terrain.
This is a very well done map. I commend you on your skills.
They nod and they say, it was not me, it was Iron Circle.
Oh,
They are smart, clever people there.
indeed. The detail is amazing. But yes, I shall remember its location and come find you afterwards.
They nod and they say, well, it is time to be getting meat.
Of course.
You and the rest of the Maw tribe, we wish you luck.
And to you as well on your hunt.
They nod, they give a final whistle, and the salamander kind of scoops them up, and almost immediately they leap off this basalt pillar and off in the direction that the owlbear left. And you are all left alone in this field of basalt.
Why did we let them go?
And because it is 8:30 and a good place for us to take a break, this is where we're going to end for the evening. I'll take that right back because y'all didn't keep it. So it is 8:30. Oh no!
It lasts until 8:30
It did.
though.
That's pretty well. We are going to step away for a quick break. We will be back in 10 minutes, and then we will finish out our session then. We'll see you then. Thank you for sticking with us through the break if you did. If not, Crab.
You can't tell, though.
No, it's Crab. So we were playing D&D. There's actually quite a few more of us than just the three of us that you see at the moment, but we'll probably be joined by the rest of our players at some time in the near future. Damn. When we left off before our break, you had all finished this encounter with a glass-footed salamander and the hunter that rode atop them. You had fought with them for several rounds as you transitioned back from being in gaseous form, and upon getting a little bit of an advantage, Billy, you managed to not just charm this individual to your side, you cast suggestion on them, you really baffled their senses and capabilities, and managed to convince them that you were an ally as part of this Graxxial Duneth war host. With this in mind, they ceased their attack against all of you, had a brief exchange in information where they warned you against pursuing your course of action towards the house inhabited by 3 powerful aunties, and you bid them adieu. They, not before they could, I'll just wait for everybody.
Man allowed down here?
No.
Oh,
We've been
I think the
back.
pet door's open.
Okay.
Back for a bit.
We've been back for like a couple minutes now. It's okay.
Crab, you lost crab
We
privileges.
did. We lost all your activities. Rob, would you mind just centering the folks a little bit more on camera?
Yeah.
Thank you. So, chaotic coming back from break here. Thank you. This individual trounced off and into the woods in the direction of the owlbear. You are all now left alone within this kind of basalt field. You know that the charred forest now just a little further. And we welcome Hannah back to the table.
Hello. I was on a plane, but now I'm not. Where do I go? Over here?
Directly imported.
My giant head. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Chaos increases.
There is a lot of chaos
I'm
here.
so sorry.
There's a lot of
No,
chaos.
it's okay. I'm gonna go get my iPad because I forgot it.
So, for all of you now, as this creature you can no longer hear recedes off into the distance.
Can you grab the cat?
It's okay, I got it.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves.
So I'm gonna.
Do you remember what's on the map?
Okay. Well, we are in the basalt ribs. North is the charred forest. And to the east of the charred forest, near the coast, is the Maw tribe. We probably want to stay away from that. And then kind of to the north.
Why are we
West.
letting him get away?
Yes.
I didn't want to die. And we're maybe going to encounter many other things that might kill us.
It's probably for the best.
Yep.
We don't want to extra spend anything when we have the ash drakes to deal with. They'll be pretty unavoidable.
Okay. We're all back. We're here.
We roleplayed.
Excellent.
Should we turn back? Should we continue now on foot rather than as clouds? Because as we saw, being clouds can put us...
We could pull the carriage out now.
I would.
Oh, by the way, hi. I didn't see the signals. Sorry.
I wouldn't. Not with hunters around. We'd just draw more attention.
And letting the hunter go that just saw us, that you just told were some fake members of a group that we don't know about? If they tell anyone about that, that's going to raise suspicion.
Can I still see the hunters receding in the distance?
Make a perception check.
I
They're moving
also
quite
want
quick.
to make sure I keep line of sight on them as far as I
18
can.
plus whatever my perception is.
Movement speed.
Perception, plus, so 24.
24.
30.
With a 30 and a 24. You can see the evidence of them tracing off at least 500 feet and then kind of lose them. They're booking it. And so as you kind of stand around talking a little bit, they've made their way further south. You could, especially with cloud form, catch up to them if you wish.
So, remind me how far away we are from where we saw the ash drakes.
Sure. So at the moment, you all stand at the very edge of the sort of basalt ribs. Where you are is kind of the transition point. Just beyond here, you can see that the shattered basalt field gives way to, on the left-hand side, elements of like wood. You see a huge sort of mountain and volcano that begin to rise up, and you know that is where Graxxial duneth is supposed to currently roost. You can see beyond there are these tall ridge lines that separate into these valleys, and there is elements of like trees and grass there, though much of it dried, some of it covered in soot. And then off and to the right, you can see this huge beach, and all along it there are docks where ships are being constructed. You can see all elements of these different camps. You see a large sort of castle-like structure that is a little bit closer to where many of you are, but still on the other side of the charred forest, just the three sort of tiered towers peeking out above. You would imagine that even on foot, it will take you no longer than about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, to reach the edge of the basalt field, and then you will need to make a decision about where to go next. Either off and along the edge of this volcano, if not through the volcano itself, and use that to get to a slightly safer approach through the middle area, or you could go straight through the war camp, which would have some other obstacles.
On the one hand, maybe it didn't seem to be like the war camp was only Dragonborn. He mistook us for members of the other camp. Maybe we just pull a Dawson lock, disguise ourselves, and go through.
That was pretty fun.
We would only have to do it one time each camp. There's 2 camps between us and the wood, where the house is.
I say we try to avoid the camps altogether.
I don't know how possible that is unless we want to head through the volcano. And if what we've been hearing is correct, that's exactly where the dragon is.
And
I'm not sure that's much safer, unfortunately.
His map had illustrations of tunnels and roads and construction going through the mountain itself. And you know how much I love tunnels. I've forgotten Billy's voice over 2 weeks.
Exactly.
I
thought you
think
didn't like tunnels.
only Billy really got a chance to see the map.
Alina's gonna be like, Billy, maybe you should sketch what you saw on the map before we forget it.
Billy will attempt to sketch what she saw in the map. Joe, would you like Cara to do that physically, or would you like me to describe it?
Like for my own perverse pleasure. Yeah. I would say make an intelligence check, and this is like just a flat recall ability. Can you remember it? You can make a rough map that doesn't look especially pretty, but is functional for what you need, and then maybe somebody else can go in and you know, draw the compass rose later.
17.
17 is pretty good.
Solid.
So sitting down, and to do this, you would need to take a little bit of time. So do you want to do this right now, or do you want to save this and do this maybe during downtime?
It was just an idea.
Well, I don't want to forget, but also I understand that this isn't exactly the safest of locations.
How long do you think that would take you?
About 10 minutes.
Well, everyone.
If we use that time, I could cast a ritual to get more information about the land. I might be able to figure out if there are anything we don't know about.
How long does the ritual take?
About 10 minutes.
I could also use that time to call upon Solemn.
Does anybody need to rest? Because if all we need is 10 minutes, if anyone wants to come into the ring, you can get short rest with 5 extra hit points. Just offering.
I mean,
Time passes
yeah,
differently.
if we're doing it. Are we doing it?
The rest only takes 10 minutes in the ring. That's the benefit.
While everyone's standing here talking, is there anything else imminently dangerous around?
Make a perception check.
Me, I'm the danger.
Because
I feel like most of
we're like
what
pretty
Matt's
much now
sentences start
into
with are while everybody else is chatting, or he's gonna go do it.
22. Because yeah, it seems like we're sufficiently within or near enough Graxxial duneth's domain now.
With a 22, as you look around, you can kind of hear the voices of your party almost mute into the background, you can see shapes in the sky. Some of them are almost certainly ash drakes. They're large. At least one of them is sizably larger than that. And I would say with the 22, you catch just a glint in the far northern distance of silver in the air. Aside from that, you do see bits of movement here and there, not in the basalt area around you necessarily, but the forest, charred though it may be to your north, does seem to have, beyond just the fire that kind of seems to forever smolder in those branches, elements of movement, though you don't see directly what causes them. You are certainly within the territory that Graxxial Duneth claims.
I'm just gonna let everyone do their 10-minute bullshits while I keep watch for things. And
Excuse you.
well, now we're taking more time that Ori does not want to be taking. We should have just kept misting, in his opinion.
Keep misting. So you going into the ring?
You didn't give us the
Anybody
keep
want?
misting signal.
Anybody want short rest?
Yeah, that's when you go in the other direction.
And just to confirm, do we want to take the carriage out? Because this would be the one opportunity to do that if we're resting in there. Do we need the carriage?
I think the carriage might put...
It will draw more attention.
Are we going with stealth? Because if we are, it might draw
I
more
vote no
attention.
carriage.
I think it's close enough where I think the carriage might be overkill.
Right.
And it will bring a lot of attention, unfortunately. We really haven't used that a lot, and I really wish we could.
Oh.
It's so cool.
Well, at least we can carry it around with us.
Would my steed also bring a lot of attention?
If he glows, almost certainly.
My steed didn't glow, right? I summoned him once.
It does not.
Okay. Alright. Doesn't glow.
Well, all right. Anyone who wants in, little 10-minute resticle.
Are we only taking 10 minutes?
Yeah. If you rest, it's the function of the ring that you get a short rest in 10 minutes.
I'm asking the group, are we only taking 10 minutes?
Billy only needs 10 minutes to draw a map, and
I
she
need
indicated that.
11 minutes to cast Commune with Nature as a ritual.
So we're taking an 11-minute rest.
So do we want to rest after that 11 minutes is what I'm asking.
I don't.
I think going into the ring gives you the benefit of a full.
But not if we're doing things that aren't resting.
I don't.
Yeah,
Right?
but I there's nothing. A short rest won't really grant me anything, so I don't mind staying out.
Okay.
I just don't have anything better to do, so.
So you pull out the ring, and many of you make your way in. It sounds like Ori is not. It sounds like Minka is not.
I'll stay out and I'll start casting Summon Greater Steed.
Okay.
Alright.
So 3 of you on the outside, 3 of you on the inside. You begin this short rest. Billy, with the,
I'm drawing a map,
Yeah,
so I'm
with
not
this-
short resting.
Billy, with the 17, I will give you this map back.
Hey!
Hooray.
Do we just pretend that it is
Not as
detailed?
not as
nice.
detailed.
Does
Correct.
it look more depressing?
The trees are more stick figure trees because Billy's drawing ability is not as good as Joe's nor Cara's.
Why are all the trees angry at me?
That's just how they are.
One of them is literally frowning. It looks like a disappointed father.
They're all angry all the time. It's just how it is.
Right, so
But you can see there's a war camp there and a war camp there. That tower, that might be the one that we visited before, just judging by its location and proximity to the charred forest.
You were here in these regions before?
So what you are looking at, oh, I see what you're saying. The Fellite Moorlands. That is not of this,
No, we got sucked into a mist.
the Fellite Moorlands.
Was that Fellite Moorlands?
Yes, it was.
Oh.
That is on the borderlands of the Mercandraw and technically not on the material plane proper. If you did walk into that in the material plane, that's a problem already of a different variety. Here, what you are looking at is beyond where you have traveled so far.
Did we walk through the mirror? Is that how we got out? I wasn't here for the escape from the tower scenario where there was a mirror to the basalt ribs.
You were able to continue to walk and then found your way out of that weird demi-plane kind of pocket.
Oh, right.
It felt
We
almost-
realized that all we had to do was just walk
It
out
felt
of there.
almost as if
Okay.
you had been guided in,
Gotcha.
and then
I was not here for that part, and so thought that we were on the material plane.
I don't know.
Your friend who you drew this map from, which tribe was he from?
I don't know
Or-
if I call him friend. I'd call him forced friend.
Aishkar.
Coworker.
Ixar?
Aishkar.
Aishkar? Okay.
Ioshar, yeah.
And which path are we taking through this map?
Well, that's kind of where we're stuck. I mean,
Why don't we just go along the coast as mist?
well, it didn't hide us very well this time. I worry that going along the coast, we run right into 4 camps and their docks.
Not if
The
we
other
s-
thing is, off the coast, again, turning your attention as the sky begins to darken slightly, you can see it even less. There is a massive storm that churns and seems to have crackling lightning ever so slightly more arcane in nature than the typical.
Okay, honest question.
Yeah.
How high can we go as wind? And I do apologize because I was just on an airplane, but can't we just go really, really high over the camp?
That's kind of what I was
I believe
thinking.
Minka could, because Minka doesn't need to breathe. But when you go past a certain height, you can't breathe anymore. There's temperature concerns. And in terms, there's some conversation in terms of windwalk as to whether or not high winds would displace you.
Fair enough.
I don't believe necessarily that it would, but all things to consider. There are also these huge flying creatures that you have seen at various heights.
That's more of the danger of going up.
The airplanes. I would like to cast Commune with Nature.
Just a 747. Okay.
So, spell gives you knowledge of land within 3 miles of you. So the 3 areas for 3 facts. So it's up to 3 facts. If I choose less facts, will I get more details?
Sure.
Okay. Then may I ask about the powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead to see if there's anything we haven't heard about. And then also influence from other planes of existence.
Okay. What does it look like when you cast the spell? How are you sort of asking these questions?
I think what Vinka would do would be, considering that we're surrounded by all this basalt, she would kind of find a spot where she could like gaze into the basalt and basically like use the reflection kind of like a scry.
Okay.
And basically like kind of like gaze into it and see if she could like get that information out of it, but she probably actually just ends up closing her eyes.
Okay. So you close your eyes and you cast this spell, and you feel a sensation urging you to step forward. And to step forward and to step forward. And with your eyes closed, you trust that this is the right thing to do. And your hands meet the smooth element of basalt. For the rest of you watching Minka do this, who would I believe be Billy and Ori, Valis as well.
We can
Cheshire.
see from inside the ring, so
Cheshire.
You could see, yeah. everybody can see
anyone
this.
who's in the
Right,
ring can
but
also
Though
see.
some of you a little bit more
Us
focused on
3
the
are the
tasks.
ones who are outside of it, right?
Yeah.
Or
I'm
us
outside.
3.
Wait, I thought you were going
No.
in.
I did go in.
So
Oh, you
Cheshire
went
and
in.
Alina
Okay.
are in the
Us
ring.
3 are
Is it
out.
Hold on. Raise your
Billy's
hand if you're
outside.
inside the ring.
There we go.
There it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Easy peasy.
you can
So
take
we're
5
busy
extra
out
hit
here.
points with your short rest.
If you recover any hit die, which you won't, you can add an extra d12.
Which you
the 2
won't.
people who have the most health are in there like, we're really healthy now, right? Just exchanging smoothness.
is
I
just
well,
this
I want to mess what's going on.
Right?
No, absolutely. So, as you do this, Minka, the rest of the people who are perceiving Minka do this, you see the stone begin to glow ever so slightly underneath Minka's hands, and you can hear the sounds of it crack, just these little microscopic cracks and shifts. And the top of the shape kind of shifts and changes, but Minka, as your hand touches it, you can feel it is not just smooth, it is not just a sheared angle. There is details that were there that were not there before. And as you open your eyes, you realize that there are shapes that would fit if you were to only hold Billy's map over top. Do you do so?
Yeah, I'll be like, ooh, it's like a rubbing.
Hold it over top. Are you going to take some charcoal out and just kind of rub over top?
I would
this?
hold it and be like, we need chalk. And get the chalk.
You're like the queen of chalk.
Yeah,
I-
Billy,
my
there's
hand-
so much chalk in there. You go
right,
out,
sorry.
you take some. Finally, you get sort of a dark gray going. And in there, suddenly across this map, little points begin to appear. First, over the charred forest, close to where it ends, just on the northernmost tip of these sort of trees, there is suddenly, as you scrape the chalk across, a tower. The top of a tower appears. You can see almost like the X-ray vision version of it recessed into the earth. And over top of this, it reads Auron's Hollow. And you can see and feel within your mind this connection to this concept and this idea. All at once it occurs to you that Auron is a powerful undead being, and they seem to be influencing other undead beings here. And then you can see deeper underneath this tower, there is a glowing sort of bit of the stone that shows through the map proper, almost like the beat of a heart. And all at once, Minka, you know that there is a even more powerful elemental being from the plane of fire that exists beneath that place.
So this would be where Orin's Tower is?
Orin's Hollow.
Even
Orin's
further
Hollow?
south.
Oh, so it's off the map.
It's like right between those 4 trees that form kind of a ring. Right in the center, right. Yep, right there. You can see that these things kind of appear over here. And Minka, you understand that the fiery sort of charred forest is likely infested with undead. You asked about fiends, fae. What were they?
It's powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead.
Fae, fiend, elementals, or undead. And within this direct region, that is more or less what you would kind of determine. But it seems as if, with this spell, a powerful undead entity has captured a elemental creature and is holding it beneath this place.
Alright, and then any other influences from other planes of existence?
There is certainly influences from the plane of fire throughout the charred forest, although you get the sense that these are out of tune with their typical cycles.
Okay.
In terms of other planes, you said 3 miles?
3 miles.
At the very edge of that range, it seems as if there is a distinct pull from the Feywild and from the Shadowfell. Within this region, it's just the edge of wherever the influence must be, but it's potent.
Okay. What direction?
When you look at the map, it would make sense for it to be coming directly from where the house that sleeps on legs would be.
Okay. Alright, dope. Okay. So after making the rubbing on the map, make a big there is a very large undead presence here. And it seems to have captured some grand elemental from the fire plane. That may explain why it's so extreme around here.
We should destroy it. We don't have time, do we?
I don't know.
Just
There's so
roll.
much wrong here.
I do think we probably need to choose our battles, although I don't disagree.
We can't take on an entire army.
No, we can't.
No, but as we move through the charred forest, we will be set upon by undead that is somehow connected to this creature in this Auron's Hollow there. So I think no matter which way we go, we'll be setting off alarm bells.
Which is all the more reason we should try to sneak through as best we can and avoid the larger and more occupied areas.
I agree, and also, as a group, we're not the best at sneaking.
Billy,
Oh, this is from inside the ring.
make a wisdom saving throw.
But
What?
Are you near me? Can't tell.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Billy is always near. Yeah.
What the fuck did you do?
+4.
Damn.
That's rough.
What are you fucking doing?
I'm not doing anything. I'm saving from something.
Ah, damn.
Okay.
Ah!
Ah, damn.
Oh, fuck. I didn't cast non-detection.
In this moment, and Billy, it occurs to you,
Oh, no. Now
you
we're
did not
super
cast
fucked.
that spell. But in this moment, it is getting close to 9 o'clock. The sun is setting, and it is getting darker, and you are now seeing, for the first time for some of you, the stars come out over northern Everest.
Look, Do I recognize any constellation?
Yeah. Now, as you look up, when you used to look up at the stars, it was a feeling of wonder, of looking up and there being just these unknowns. But now, as your eyes sort of lose focus, you can see shapes swim into view. And it's like you can look deeper and deeper into space because there are layers that are just familiar to you now. You can see some of the constellations that would make up elements of the sort of western skies that you're familiar with. And you see an eye looking back at you, formed from a number of other stars.
That eye over there.
Very similar to the one over there.
God damn it.
And though it doesn't blink, you do get the sensation of being watched. And Billy, so do you.
I go awkwardly.
Who are you waving at?
Yeah.
You know. Okay, so do we want to travel at night, or do we want to bed down?
We should keep moving.
Night is probably, if we're gonna at least try to be stealthy, then night is our best option.
Okay, great. So,
Billy reaches into her pouch, pulls out. We're at 25 gold pieces of diamond dust.
During the short rest, I would like to have attuned my new cloak.
Okay.
nice.
Give me 1 second here. Non-detection. You are the target creature?
I am the target creature.
Okay. Billy, as you cast that ability, you hear dimly, somewhere behind you, the sound of glass shatter. And you feel as if you had been being perceived before, but are not now.
No one else hears glass shatter. That was okay. Not an actual glass shatter.
It is
Oh! Someone dropped something.
Another lady.
Ori's getting impatient.
Okay, so let's pick a path and go.
From what it seems like, we need to go through the charred forest regardless. So we can begin that journey.
Do I know if the charred forest goes all the way to the coast? Is there any way around it, or is it basically you gotta go through it to get north?
You don't know if it goes all the way to the coast, but from what you've heard and seen, it does.
Okay.
It certainly goes all the way to the eastern coast, which you can visualize.
Because I have a map.
Yeah.
I missed the first half, so I'm getting caught up on
I know,
how
yeah,
cute the crab is.
It's pretty good.
He's really good.
So, Wandering Hearts, with this new information, unsettling though it may be, what are you all doing?
Ori's getting real impatient, so if people aren't gonna start moving, Ori's just gonna start walking north.
So,
Like,
I'll go too. It's time to get moving.
yeah.
Oh, do we have a plan now?
I guess we need to go on foot regardless. Most likely, so we don't get eaten.
on alert.
Okay.
As we start to travel, I will cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
It does last for 1 hour, but allows us to move. We leave behind no tracks or other trace of our
Yeah,
passage.
absolutely. And you have that little bonus to your stealth checks, and it sounds as if you are all kind of sneaking through. So go ahead, make stealth checks as a group.
Thank God for group checks. Oh, I didn't do too bad this time.
Are we in a wild place?
You are in a wild place.
I forget. I think
And
the
it's dark.
the rules got changed.
dark.
but-
And it's dark.
It didn't matter. For what it's worth, it's a 40. Natural 20.
Natural 20, very nice.
Natural 1.
That, hey,
Guys,
good thing we have that natural 20.
How are we
Crab
gonna
take a-
follow
crab
Ori?
take a-
Ori's leading the group. Where is he gone?
What?
How?
Did I hear that right?
Did you roll a d30?
Billy,
Oh, 19.
19.
Also a natural 20 for a total
Hey,
of 33.
very
Oh,
nice.
29 then. Because I forgot
11.
pass without trace.
11.
29.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot. 21.
Yeah.
So as a group, even
Whatever.
with Valis just clonk, clonk, clonk around, you are
I'm not
able
built for
to
stealth.
stay relatively quiet.
It's
What
probably
if we
because
all just
Ori's
pick up
like
one
20
limb?
feet ahead. So anything that would have been danger,
Oh yeah, he's already.
he's already like, all right, it's clear.
Caught on that.
And it's a good thing, too. As you make your way along the space and it gets dark, you see the stars overhead, and Minka, you can see for the first time they really do wink at you. You can see now and then it's like they twinkle, and then you can see in the sky overhead just a dark shape go directly over top. It is not the stars winking. This is a creature, and then you see an eye open up, almost burning from within, like there is a lantern lid on the other side, and it moves straight over top of you, maybe 80 feet up and fast. It is there, and then it is gone. You never hear it, but you see it.
Oh.
As you all stealth along, twice more, these two ash drakes go not just 80 feet overhead and do not seem to see you. I would say, are you all just continuing to go north?
I'm following Ori at this point.
From how I understood this thus far, we need to get to the edge of the charred forest and then decide which direction we're going.
You don't need to do anything. You could sit down right here and starve to death over the course of the next 2 weeks if you want.
Wow, that was
To
aggressive.
complete our current goal,
Yeah.
we must get roughly to the edge of the charred forest and then decide if we're going more
Yeah.
towards the mountain or the coast.
Yeah, you could decide now and then spend the time in the forest a little bit longer and end up closer to your destination.
Yeah.
That would mean that you're spending more time in the forest and potentially less time out in the open.
Yeah.
Or facing whatever else is in those regions.
Mm-hmm.
So if you decide earlier, there may be some benefits or at least
Right.
differences
Yeah.
to your journey.
The more I think about it, the more I think we should go by the mountain. I hate to say this, but I think we'll have less of a chance at a war camp we don't know anything about. If we knew more about it, maybe we could fool our way in, but
The hunter said something about the Maw tribe.
that there was like the little building guys.
They
He
brought
thought we were
someone
from
in,
the Matra.
but he said that they had run afoul of the hags. We could use that to our advantage.
He didn't say that.
He brought the Wendigos in.
Yes, the hags brought the Wendigos, and technically we brought the Wendigos because that was part of the whole.
That is our fault. That is directly our fault.
As our
Did he not say that the hags did not look favorably on the Maw tribe right now?
No,
Not allowed.
no, he said that like the Maw tribe itself would be in trouble if we were to go and like fuck with the hags.
Yeah. I think it was more since we were saying we're going towards the house and he thought we were of the Maw tribe, that we were putting the entire Maw tribe at risk if we upset the hags.
Oh.
Yeah.
He thought that we were part of the Maw tribe.
He thought we were part of the Maw tribe doing a
And-
mission for them.
and he was
Oh.
like, "Don't do that mission,
Yeah.
because it
He's
won't
like,
go well."
Your tribe is making a bad choice. I got it. Because he's
Uh,
from the Aishar tribe.
Yeah, so I think right now, just to discuss this,
You comprehend all languages, right, Alina?
All written language,
All
but
written
I
languages.
could cast
When,
tongues.
when you peek at that map and you see Ioshar in Draconic, that rearranges to you into Circle of Iron. And not a tribe. That is a fortress, almost maybe in terms of the scope of it, like a military city at this kind of point.
I convey that.
Isn't there also a cavern on the side, right before the hags?
Yeah, Miss Reaver's cave. Sorry, do we actually see that on the map, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
Billy did a good enough job to be able to move. Like, the spelling is not 100% right. Maybe this one says Mist Raver, but yeah. Just a real happy one to go.
So, thinking about close proximity to a volcano,
Yeah.
and there's a cavern there, there's a non-zero chance one of those, a lava tube or something by the volcano could spit out there.
Yeah.
I think the volcano might actually be our best bet. Our previous experience showed us there were wild tubes going through. There's
Yeah,
a really
but
good
if-
chance we could go underneath.
Yeah, but we don't have a map underneath, and it'd be really easy to get lost down there and not be headed in the right direction.
And that's going directly to the dragon's lair.
Alina reaches into her coat and pulls out her leaf, the wayfinding leaf, and she's like, I can help with that if we start out in lava tubes.
How does that leaf work?
It mechanically it casts a version of Find the Path like on steroids. And is Alina correct in being like, well, if we're at the mouth of the lava tube or whatever, this will wind us through there? Or would the leaf be like, no, go the other way?
Leave.
It's not going to do the dumb GPS thing where it's like, make a U-turn.
Yeah, okay.
It will direct you.
Okay.
Like, part of it is having intention. So if you're saying get us through this place, it knows it doesn't mean go around it. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
And so Alina's going to be like, yeah, it can get us through whichever place we try to go, and then some. It can get us all the way to the hut.
How long does it last? What if the paths down there wind and it stops working before we reach the exit?
That's an excellent
I still say that the
question,
coast is
Levi.
probably the safer option.
There is not a duration to that ability.
Right? It's just like, oh, thanks, buddy. This is a great item.
As long as you don't lose it.
Okay.
I think, it's when you use it, once you get to your destination, it becomes a tree, right? Or when you start using it?
I believe so. It's when it gets to its destination, it becomes a tree. Yes.
Okay. And we'll plant a tree.
Well, that sounds good.
Bonus.
And honestly, it doesn't really matter what path we choose. This leaf can, like, regardless of where we choose to go, the leaf can help us get through it on a safe path.
Okay. That sounds like a good idea. I don't know much about how that magic works, but that sounds
Yeah,
like
I've been saving it.
sounds like a good way to go on the ground and perhaps avoid a lot of the armies overhead.
I don't believe there's a perfect option. We're just gonna have to pick one. I am Team Volcano right now due to our previous experiences in volcanoes.
We are 1-0 on volcanoes.
Yes, sadly.
And this one, you don't even need to
Our
liberate.
triad.
You just need to go through.
Yeah.
We didn't go through the last one.
What's the argument for the coast story?
Well, there's a dragon in the volcano, and the dragon is probably good at controlling the fire that is in the volcano that we would be entering.
Didn't we just see the
I
dragon
don't-
fly overhead?
We saw asterisks.
Asterisks.
Oh, okay.
But the
Not to
coast-
mention there were other dragons or dragon things that are larger than the ashtrakes.
coast has its own awful things waiting for us there too.
Right, but you are all magically inclined towards dealing with undead.
Make an
Yep.
Arcana check.
I'm
What
not.
did you ask?
In fact, I'm pretty good at dealing with fire. Like, for the record.
6. Sounds legit.
Radiance.
Could be true.
Could be true.
No
Yeah, I
idea.
can do that too. Yeah. I can do both.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing though. One dragon, bad times, true. But singular thing versus a war camp, if nothing else will be overwhelmed.
Right, but
Or thrown in jail. Or
one
worse.
dragon
Orchard.
commanding all of the war camps and all of the other creatures, not just the one dragon. We have already seen multiple ashtrakes and things larger than ashtrakes, and even further off, there's some very large silver thing that I could see even a few hours ago.
Oh, I actually agree with Ori. Not just because I don't like caves. I really don't like caves, and volcanoes are just big caves but hot.
Not
There are
to
other
mention-
dragons, and the asterakes might roost with the big one.
I
And
think
if there's many other large, old dragons in one location, would they be on the mountain? I don't think they'd be down by the water.
Doesn't
I
it-
don't know much about dragons.
I think it depends on the dragon.
that's beside the point. Even the creatures in the charred woods, these undead, are probably working with, in some capacity, the hags or the dragons. We are in enemy territory now.
We have to go
understand
through the
that.
charred forest no matter which way we go.
Right.
So,
But we don't have to go towards the mountain.
And, point in fact, you don't need to go through the charred forest at all. If you wanted to walk along the
go
beach,
along the coast.
you could.
That's what Ori suggested.
Walking along the beach does mean that you're walking directly through the war camp. Like, kind of out in the open. Through the ship docks, through Ioshar.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a
Oh, I thought there was like more distance.
There is more, but then you don't really have like...
There's
this
no
is-
a lot
you
of-
have no
You're
idea
just
what
like
is over there.
walking
Yeah,
along
yeah.
the beach.
And there is
wouldn't we
storm
be
right off that.
exposed on the beach?
And there's not a lot of terrain to hide on.
Okay, I think my vote would be through the charred forest around to a northern-more part of the coast, continue north from there.
So we're
Wait.
really passing.
Isn't that's a thing, right? That's
If we're
one
on
of
the
options.
if we're on the coast, we'll be walking to the war camp.
And so, regardless, we're like off the map, but we're saying either we're gonna come up this way. We could start more south and just avoid this forest, or we can go up like this way.
Oh, okay.
So basically, we're trying to figure out if this is more of an option or if this is the way we want to go. Regardless,
Got
it's
it.
a bad time.
You guys are walking into a heavily occupied and fortified area, so there's not going to be like a ton of good options.
No.
It should surprise no one that I agree with Billy.
Okay, so what's the plan through the war camps? Are we blazing a trail? Are we pretending to be people that we're not?
If we avoid the Ma tribe, there's nothing to say we aren't from there and just passing through. It looks like there are other war camps to the north. We could just feed.
I think we should head in that direction and figure out what's there before we make any decisions.
If we hit the Ma tribe, maybe our sneakier friends can get us some identifiers.
Yeah.
You know,
So far,
maybe they were badges or something.
I like the idea of Ori going in and being like, "Hey, cool kids, I'm part of the Ma tribe
Oh,
now."
stealing the cloaks or something. I don't
I just
know.
need to be able
Hey,
to see
fellow
it.
kids.
I didn't see any like identifying marks on my
Seeming.
friend.
Right. Yeah. I keep
You did
forgetting
not.
that's in
Okay.
They didn't have any kind of heraldry or sort of sigils aside from the mark of Graxxial duneth, which is on that corner as well.
Yeah.
That is kind of the only mark, but that is more universal.
What if we're going? All right, how about this as a suggestion? What if we go this way and then go north across the water?
That was my suggestion.
It's just very exposed. That's the only downside of it. And we can't really go over the ocean due to the horrible storm. So the waters are pretty unsafe to travel right now.
It would probably be pretty windy on the coast too, so we wouldn't be able to rely on windwalk? Question mark?
Correct.
It would be difficult.
But we could fly, right?
Or we could
Across
swim.
the water or swim.
It would still be the wind itself would change.
Well, you ever
I
heard
wanna
the
live
expression
downtown.
flying in a hurricane?
We've been to
When I
underwater
have-
tours.
Well, we had potions of water breathing at that point.
Can't we like
if,
get more of those or
if we
something?
rest, I could cast the spell, but I just don't have it prepared right now.
Yeah.
Well, we still have a ways to go.
Are we? I felt
We're
like we're
Sorkin,
Sorkin,
yeah, we're Sorkin.
like
Yeah,
in
no,
the
yeah,
forest, right?
And you do have probably about 5 hours until you're looking at needing to take a longer rest.
Yeah.
How long will it take us to get to
The edge of the
the like proverbial fork in the road in the forest?
When you to get to the actual like
to get into the actual forest.
to get into the actual
proper.
forest will only take another hour, and then
Okay.
from there, at any point you can decide to start going in a direction. So to get to the edge of the forest in its most direct path would take an additional 3 hours.
So what is
Okay.
the path that we're suggesting? I'm not really
Why
understanding.
not use the leaf here?
Yeah, I can do that. But I just need to kind of have some intention behind it, so I need to know where we want to go.
The
Like,
hut.
I think
if I try to use it now, I don't know whether we're going that way, like to the mountains or to the coast. So we should decide that before I use the leaf.
I think if I'm understanding this correctly, if we don't have like a plan, it'll just kind of give us as the crow flies. Like,
It'll give you a very direct route.
Yeah.
If you were to say, like, I want to go to this hut along the route that has the most treasure, it will give you something akin to that. If you say that is the safest, you want to be very careful about how you word it, but it will do something
Yeah,
akin
you
to
find
that.
the most safes along the route.
Nice.
So, I mean,
about
I'm just saying.
choosing the
Crackers
path that is most
paradise.
hidden.
Yeah, we could do that. Can we do that?
You can.
I mean, that's a pretty good idea. We just don't know. Sorry, if I do that, will
Then we
I
are-
have a sense of like whereabouts it will wind us, or do we? Is it more like like a path
pulled it
lights up
out
and you're
and
like,
It's
well,
more
leaf
of
is
like that
like-
path. You will get a sense for like the rough directionality and stuff like that. I think the hardest part about that will be if you begin this right now, you don't really know like what this will look like or exactly what the details of it might be.
Yeah.
You don't know a ton about it.
It could just be a.
This is a really good practice for Wish because you really only get one shot. It's a quick statement, and then you're going to.
And
It
I'm
turns
2
into
levels
a
away from
giant
it.
treant, and he's like, "Come on, follow me!" Boom, boom, boom.
I mean,
Okay,
if we use the leaf now,
Fuck dragons.
I mean, it could just tell us to
Hey,
go out to
everyone.
sea and circle back
we're heading in
to
this
here.
direction.
if we're trying to be like the most hidden. It might take us underwater.
I feel like I can set some parameters, so I can be like, we have to stay on foot. You know, I could even maybe, can I look at the map use it as like?
Yeah.
Okay. I can set parameters. Don't worry.
Okay. Do we want to just use the leaf and follow its path then? Is that what we're deciding?
I would like to be a little.
Well, we're
more
deciding that someone
guided.
should make a decision.
Yes. If we use
So
the
if
leaf
you'd like
now
to
for the
step
most
up.
hidden path, then we're committing to follow that path. This is a very powerful item that was entrusted to me by the Huntmaster, and I am not using it lightly. So if we're using it now, we're committing to it, all of us.
I'm not
If we
relying
used it
on that
later, we should be
solely,
committing to it.
no matter what. I will follow its directions to a point, but I'm going to make decisions based on what we actually find.
Most
I'm not
hidden
committing to
path.
anything.
This feels like the whole frog thing all over again. Least likely to be observed? Would that be a better way of phrasing it?
Could be.
By,
And I only meant,
by
Ori,
things that will
that-
harm us?
We're at a fork in the road right now, so we can't pick one and then decide that we're not going to follow the leaf anymore just because. I agree that we'll deal with what we come across as it happens.
Do you have a better idea, Ori? I hear a lot of dissent, but not a lot of other counter ideas.
Because I don't want to be here.
Yeah, well, that makes two of us.
Yeah, none of us do.
I don't think any of us had a walk through a war camp or a dragon's lair as something that we wanted to do today.
If it
No,
were
it's a
up to
first,
me, again, I would say we should stay along the coast. I know that there's less cover, but my skills, at least, are more inclined towards risking it on something a little more open with my stealth.
There's a whole group of us,
Right,
though.
and that's why I'm saying my skills are inclined to go in that direction, but you all seem to have other things in mind. I've made myself clear. I just want to make a decision, because time is of the essence.
So what decision would you make, Ori?
I've said it multiple times.
So
I
you're
say we
saying-
go along the
And
coast.
Billy and I both agreed with you, so, you know.
Okay.
So it sounds like we
out
have...
of character because Cara's getting confused. Is Ori saying like "fuck y'all"? If y'all die, that's fine.
No.
That's because that is
Ori's
what it
saying-
sounds like.
Ori's saying, my preference is to go along the coast. I'm going to do whatever you guys end up doing.
Just make a
If-
fucking choice.
Make a decision.
All right, well, let's...
Everybody
let's-
else is saying, yes,
Well, what
we
do you-
need to make a decision.
Yeah. And always like,
So
The three of us have already said
Yeah.
which way we want to go.
Yeah, like it's our we're
and Ori is like, why do you keep asking me? I've told you multiple times.
doesn't
Just
seem
fucking decide.
yeah, but he's doing it in Ori style, which has such a
I thought it was
hearty
pretty
dose.
clear.
Fuck you.
No, I'm
So-
sorry.
You're not very clear.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
think
my
the
guy.
main issue is at this point is just being like, when we go towards the coast, because we're going towards the coast, from what it sounds like,
because volcano sounds be pretty soundly vetoed, which is fine. Is more, do we go via, are we going underwater? Or are we going just on foot, like freeballing?
Yeah.
Or are we flying?
I
I thought the intention was to choose which way we were going and then use the leaf to more accurately guide us past that direction.
That is my. That is also what I would
The
like to do.
leaf will hopefully give us insight in which way to avoid.
So we'll reach the coast southeast of the Ma tribe and then use the leaf there to direct us.
We can
to the
use
hut.
it now. It'll help. There's no harm in letting it get us through the forest more safely as well.
Okay.
So are you using the
Going
leaf?
once, going twice. Okay, and sorry, just to confirm, we're trying to stay hidden, right? Or
As much as possible.
okay.
I would like to not run afoul of an entire army.
Yes,
No,
I have
the-
to
the
choose my
phrase-
words carefully. That's all.
The phrasing of,
Yeah.
of any spell casting is important.
Okay, what was it you said before? I liked it. Something about not being
I said choose the path that's most hidden, but if other people have better phrasing.
I was saying the least observed.
Hmm.
And then Valis mentioned by those who would harm us. That might be a good.
The
That's
path
it.
that will cause us the least bodily, physical, emotional, and mental harm.
The leaf just bursts into flame.
Okay, so she's gonna take out the leaf and she's gonna say, guide us to the house that walks on legs, using a path that will cause us to be as hidden from those that would do us harm as possible.
And are you specifying in any particular direction or
Along the coast.
okay? Could I see that map very quickly?
Sure can. Sorry. I was looking at the cave system and I was like,
Not to worry. It's an interesting thing to look at.
yeah.
So you say along the coast, presumably the east one, and as
I'm
you
like
say
pointing
that,
at the map.
Yeah. As you say that, the leaf
Drawing the leaf along there.
up away from your hand, and it drifts just 5 feet in front of you, and you see it dips slightly, and it's like little bits of almost like Tinkerbell pixie dust falls off the very front, and as it strikes the ground, it runs along the grass through the seams of obsidian and to the east in the direction of the beach. This will bring you slightly through the charred forest, and then will likely turn beyond.
Do we have to visually follow this leaf, or do I know where it is going?
You have like an intuitive idea. If you lose sight of it, you won't like lose the leaf
Okay.
necessarily. And it's not like the leaf is now traveling
If
away
we
from
lose
you.
sight of it,
If
then
you
the
don't
quest
move,
restarts.
the
We
leaf
have to
doesn't
go
move.
all the
It'll
way
just
back to
hover-
the starting point.
It's like Navi.
Very much
Aid.
like
I stopped following the leaf.
Yes, I too start following the leaf.
We
You
all
begin-
follow the leaf.
Is the
start
leaf
following.
visible for everyone?
It is.
In a way that, like, other people are going to see a leaf flying by going...
It's just
like
right
glitter?
in front of Alina, so
Oh,
if they
okay,
see
so
the
it's-
leaf, they'll see Alina.
Okay, so it's not, like, speeding off.
It's Navi.
Like, yeah.
So
I was picturing it more like when you start one of the quests and it's like the marker goes and you just have to keep up.
So as we travel every hour for the next 2 hours, well, once this hour passes, and for the 2 following hours, I'll just recast past without a trace until given otherwise.
So you begin to move off following the path that has been set forth by this leaf. As you do so, you leave the basalt robes behind you and you entered into the charred forest proper. Give me 1 second here. This, at one point, was a serene woodland. You can see still elements of that left behind by the flames. You now see, though, there are many just burned sort of trees, and though these should have burned away by now, it's as if they are just always smoldering. There is no real kind of loss of the actual wood itself. The air here feels as if it whispers into your ears from the seething fires that burn within. You make your way around, and following this leaf, you see off and to your left, a good 100 feet away in the dark, a creature sort of rise up from the ground, just as if standing up out of a grave. And if you had not followed this leaf and just tracked straight through, almost certainly you would have walked into this sort of being. It starts walking off in the direction that you all came from, and you continue along your way. As you are moving, are you all being stealthy?
Yeah, we were
Try
stealthy
it.
with,
Could have a group stealth
pass
check.
without- We still have pass without.
I just stated that I will recast it once it's out until I'm out of spell slots, essentially. So it'll a totality of 3 hours worth.
I'm gonna assume that this jaunt through nature
Yes.
all is okay.
31.
Natural
31,
20.
20,
Also 31.
37.
31, 37, jeez.
41.
41,
14.
14 for
You
Valor.
just like phase out of
Amazing.
existence for a moment and just reappear at our destination.
Did you follow the strings?
This leaf floats in front of you, and you are aware of the power of this item. And especially with Alina following it, there's a certain reverence that leads you all to be even quieter than normal. Even you, Valis, with your armor clanking here, it's as if the armor itself senses that this is an important moment, and it's just a little quieter.
There's a Scooby-Doo sneak about Valis.
And as you're walking, you do notice that there are tracks and traces of other beings, though almost certainly not natural. And as you are progressing a little bit further with that stealth check, the leaf suddenly kind of zags off into the right. You follow it, and you hear heavy breathing from the path ahead. As you move away, very quiet. Or is anybody trying to like peer around the trees to see what the source of this is, or are you just continuing to walk?
I mean, I'll look. I'm not gonna like stray the path, but I'll like look.
Yeah,
Make a perception.
I would. Yeah, just try to,
Yeah.
as
Not go out of my
alert
way,
as
but
possible
You're rubbernecking
without
in traffic.
yeah, right, exactly.
harm's way. Look for
Sure.
I'm
the
gonna
dangers
alternate
around.
from cool rock check to cool stick check.
Oh,
Okay.
27.
Make a nature check, Minka.
27.
27.
16 for me.
18 for perception for Billy. For Cara.
For the 18 and up, you do see, as you are walking, kind of peeking amongst these charred elements of trees, there is a place where there is just a gleaming pile of bones. Like a cairn, like a stacked mound of just deceased creatures. And perhaps it's the heat or the wind, but one of these skulls just kind of slowly slides down the pile. And then hits the ground, and bones spread out, and it forms out of femurs and fingers and skulls a skeletal hand of misshapen proportions and sizes that just kind of allows the whole pile to shift slightly. And for you, Ori and Billy, you are looking at some kind of an undead construct. It is not aware of your presence. It is quite large, perhaps huge even, but it does not notice you. And you continue right along your way.
Out of game, is that like the heart golem that we faced?
It would have been the miniature, but no, this is a individual called... I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I was just curious.
So
'cause
disgusting.
It's
in
Joe's
the
sheet
best
just
way.
says pile of bones.
Yeah.
Not too far off.
Hell yeah.
Pile of spooky bones.
You follow this leaf, the glimmering path, Alina, leading you almost effortlessly through this very difficult terrain. It's hot here, and so as you pass this first hour, you can feel the heat continuing to grow in intensity and immensity. Can everybody make a Constitution saving throw as you get to the end of this hour? And the heat is immense.
I don't suppose this is against a magic spell.
Damn.
The magic of exhaustion.
Do I get
Winter. Or winter. No,
Ooh,
winter.
nice.
Do I get anything for being resistant to fire?
You do not.
That would've
Do
been
we get
dope.
stuff for being close to Valis?
You
Oh, yeah.
do for saving throws, yes.
Yay.
+4.
Yay. I needed that.
21.
23.
That's a success.
What kind of saving throw?
Con.
This is a con save.
9.
16.
Success?
Damn.
Success?
What?
16.
What'd you do,
9.
silly?
9? That is a failure.
His arm. he's
I'm in
overheating
an
his
oven.
armor.
So walking here, and though your armor is being respectful and quiet, the temperature is just as hot as it would be at any other time. You are roasting in this space. And as you move, your skin sticks to the armor.
I understand,
Upsetting
Valis.
in real
I
life.
understand.
And
Yeah, I'll put it back
Valis,
on.
over the course of this hour, you feel the exhaustion grow, and you take 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh.
Damn.
But you make it through this first
That
leg
is
of the
looking
journey
very
without too
sweaty.
much issue. In fact, avoiding a number of encounters along the way. And
Hell yeah.
you find yourselves getting very close to the edge where everybody will be checking for exhaustion in a more traditional way. There is a place where these trees continue to burn, and from the darkness, there is a individual that steps through. At first, it looks just like fire detaching from the tree, but you see this spectral, almost invisible creature. At first, you think shadow, because many of your experiences are such. But this is not a shadow. You can see through them, you can see features, and as they take a step from the tree towards you, who is leading this walk? It's Alina.
Well, Alina, and then Ori's probably keeping watch right behind.
Alina, they take steps closer to you. And then you can see this mouth open and begin to scream. And they scream this almost like psychic resonance that is not words, but you feel it in your jaws and in your mind. And all at once, you can feel this sense of revenge just sink into your heart. And can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Are we
This
able to
against a spell?
This is not.
perceive this coming to
Yes,
stop it
absolutely.
before
Is
it
it
does
just
any of
me
this?
or
No.
Okay.
Everybody can see it, but you are the only one making this
Like
check.
if that
That's what I meant.
got that close to us, I feel like I would have probably tried to stop it from.
Then never mind. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
I would throw things.
I really think it
Go
was
for
gonna
it.
go okay, but okay.
Well,
No, it's fine.
24.
With a 24, that absolutely hits. And you feel this overwhelming sensation of a desire for
No, I can't
revenge
make
and
this.
anger just dissipate and be displaced. And for many of you, you can feel the fire around you in these trees grow a little bit colder. And what that means is hard to tell.
Can I make an insight check on this experience?
What just happened?
Make an Arcana
Something
check.
tried to attack us.
Something definitely tried out 5. Oh wait, no, sorry. 10.
Oh, okay. With a 10, this was almost certainly a warning of some sort. But what that might have been, hard to tell. You felt this vision sort of coming on, like there was more meaning that was going to be prescribed to it. But what that is, aside from just this overwhelming feeling of needing revenge, and as you think this, you hear psychically from next to you, yeah, Rez kind of like enjoys the feeling. Not much.
So I don't know what that was, but I know what it made me feel, and it made me feel like this powerful need for revenge. So on your toes, everybody, I guess, because I don't know against whom.
That kind of... That was a, perhaps... I mean, that looked like a fire elemental, right? And did you tell us, like, about the fire elemental being present? You said all that out loud.
Yeah.
Did it look like a fire elemental?
Make
I thought it
with
was
your
spectral.
check. It didn't look like a fire elemental, although what Valis is saying is an interesting idea. It looked like maybe an image presented from a fire elemental, but the
Yeah.
being itself looked human.
Oh, I
If
think
there's
it
a
might have
fire-
been an image presented by a fire elemental, but the being looks human.
If there's a fire elemental being trapped here by the undead, then perhaps it tried to project its revenge feeling against the undead. Perhaps it wants to be freed.
You don't think he was trying to bequeath us?
Well,
Maybe
you mean give us something?
Sorry, I apologize. Not my brain.
beseech us.
Beseech.
Ah.
Not bequeath. Sorry, wrong
Bequeathing
one.
you with the task.
Well, if we did try to free it and we were successful, we'd have a powerful ally.
It may not be able to speak common, so maybe the best it could do was to project its emotions onto us. Just gonna ask again. We don't have time to deal with the undead lord, right? Because that would be my vote. Leave.
On the way back out.
I think time is of the essence in terms of getting ourselves to the hut.
Like everything else, we could take the time to maybe get an ally, and it could be helpful, or it could not be. We don't know.
Well, we're already on this course with the leaf.
And as you begin to walk, it does beg the question, time is of the essence, but you are all getting tired. Valis, you more than anybody else, but you are only about a half an hour away from beginning to check for exhaustion. You can, of course, push through that.
We need to start finding somewhere safe to camp.
Will the leaf stop?
Yeah, it won't go further than.
It stays with me. It's like
Well,
my GPS device.
We might as well just stop anywhere along the way if the leaf is already keeping us away
I'll look
from
for
hidden.
somewhere safe to set up a camp.
Make a survival check.
As we're,
And he's off.
I will assist with the.
no,
Make a survival
we're
check.
still. Ooh. What's your assistance?
The total roll? 13.
10.
Can I help too?
So the two of you really taking on the task of looking for a place to find camp as Alina sort of leads you all following this leaf. You find a perfect space nestled amongst some elements of long charred trees that have gone all the way out. It's a little bit cooler here owing to the fact that it's a little bit more space between the trees. And this might be a good place to camp. You're kind of in like not a crater, it's only like 3 or 4 feet deep, but a natural indentation that makes it harder to see. There's no cave or like rock cover that would really provide a lot of help for you here, but looking around in the terrain, this is the closest to like a safe place that you have.
Or he's gonna do the Sam and Frodo under the cloak. Wear a rock for the night.
Set a watch? Set a watch? Set a watch? Set a watch? Yeah.
Tesha's asleep.
Yep.
Or
as
is a
usual.
rock.
I can take the first watch.
I'll start the trance.
Gonna watch.
Okay. So Billy and Ori taking the first watch.
Opposite ends of the camp.
Love that. Before Alina turns in, she's gonna whisper to Billy, Billy, yeah, this might be a good opportunity to clear the air with our friend.
So should I go that way, away from him?
I'm hearing all of this.
Oh, right, I forgot. No, maybe you should, like, talk to him.
He won't want to talk to me.
It's worth a try. I'm going to bed. Good luck.
And you consider that probably Billy could use some help, though the help action from Rez not designed for this purpose.
Rez is gonna be like, now you gotta go over there. You gotta share your feelings.
Or he's not gonna want Alina in that conversation. He barely wants Billy there.
So you go to bed. Minka, is there anything that you're doing before you settle in for the evening?
Minka has a fleeting thought to create a wall of stone around us, but then realizing that it would then become permanent, and then we'd have to break down a wall of stone in order to exit camp.
You like an igloo?
Also,
With no
there'd
door?
just be an igloo.
I'm sorry. Are you gonna make us an oven to be in?
Listen, she thought about
Stone
it.
oven?
Just a nice Tandoori finish to the campaign.
Listen, she was thinking about it and then realized it's probably not wise. She does have a high wisdom, believe it or not.
You make the fire underneath it.
I will try to find a decent stick that is not currently on fire to keep for later purposes. I would like to eventually cast Continual Flame on it, but now seems like a bad time.
Okay.
There's enough continual flame
There's
around
definitely a
us.
few little like pieces of stick that you could pick one up. No
Yeah.
problem.
The general terrain is continual flame.
Yes.
Billy, are you doing anything before you? Or you're doing the first watch?
With Ori.
Yes. Chester, is there anything that you're doing before you settle in? You finish attuning to your cloak, and you gain that, or the set of abilities, quite a few abilities that come with it. Valis, you're keeping, no, you're settling in for a rest. Anything that you're doing before you rest?
When do I use the Tome of Accents? Use it at the beginning of the day,
I
right?
yeah, you certainly can. I forgot about that too.
I didn't.
You certainly can.
Oh yeah, I'll just go through and just read it real quick before
Does
I go
he
to bed.
just know giant
some
better?
night reading.
Give me 1 second.
See what I get or don't get or
Awesome.
forget for the day.
I
Clearly,
If-
this means you should put
If Valis just starts talking in only giant, I think Billy will have an aneurysm.
Okay, roll a d6.
I just love the accidental on Valis' end rivalry that has developed over time
Right.
between the two of them.
I feel like Valis has no idea. He probably thinks
Fine.
Billy is like his bestie.
Billy's flat out told him that she doesn't understand him.
Roll a d100.
Yeah, but for him that's like a challenge.
Is it?
Oh. He just wants to be nice.
23.
A 23.
Yeah,
Valis,
that's me.
on this day, when you wake up, you will know giants.
But I already know giant.
21 to 25 is giant. Sandwich
You know
between
giant-
orc and
I know
Better.
fluid giant. I can now do giant jokes and poetry.
You understand all the
Just-
idioms.
Just like really nuanced
Advanced
humor, wordplay. Yeah, absolutely.
Valis just completed
Billy
his
doesn't know,
doctorate.
but Cara hurts inside.
Billy and Ori, the two of you are keeping the first watch.
Yes.
Presumably at opposite ends of the camp.
Starting there, yes.
Is there anything that you're doing aside from keeping watch?
Billy's gonna slowly start like edging towards Ori.
Okay.
Ori is probably aware of every single move, but is
Oh, for sure. Billy can't roll
focused
high enough.
in the northern direction, keeping watch.
Sure.
Billy for
Or
sure would
like,
have to
you
roll
know,
a
the
natural
direction that
20.
We're heading through the woods.
Each of you make a perception check for this first sort of leg of your on-guard ship.
27.
23.
Like, 30 minutes goes by. Billy, you're really focused on trying to plan a trajectory over to Ori in
just
the
kinda like-
most natural way possible. For you, Ori, you are mostly focusing north, but very quickly, within 10 minutes, as you hear everybody transition from awake to asleep, you become aware of something much more pressingly concerning. Minka and Ori have chosen a small divot in the ground to set up the camp within. And when you
so-
entered this camp,
Uh-oh.
unbeknownst to you, you had entered a place that was filled with invisible embers.
Uh-oh.
You did not touch a single one. You did not set up anything that would have impacted a single one. It was hot here. You felt the heat. And now the wind is beginning to blow.
Uh-oh.
You look around at your friends who are sleeping. You look at the belongings. You see Minka holding a stick.
Ori. Ori, we're all very flammable.
What are you doing about this?
We should wake them up. We should
I'm
move.
not that flammable.
You're asleep and you're in a cape of leaves.
Yeah,
All right, just leave Alina. Focus on the
I'll be fine.
focus
She's
on
not
the flammable ones.
Minka!
Fire retardant.
So flammable.
So
I mean,
wait,
in our group, Cheshire and Minka are definitely the most flammable.
In terms of like the fabric, especially,
Yeah.
just sheer like Fire Marshal would be
We
very
are
upset about it.
fire starters,
Yeah.
actually.
So it's like gonna catch fire imminently is what we're seeing.
we're basically in a fire pit, and the wind is coming and picking up
When the
over
wind
it.
picks up, or if the wind picks up, or gusts, there is the chance that these embers will react. Make an Arcana check, Billy. You are aware of this, and this seems familiar to you,
Is it
13.
but maybe not.
is it magical? I'm just asking because
Make an Arcana check.
I was asking more because, like, for Ori, I would be thinking in the way of like keeping a fire from going out, or like trying to keep the wind coming in,
We should move.
protecting like the setup so that we don't have to move the whole space,
We
but
should
we
move
can
now.
mitigate the wind
I see what
causing
you're
this to
saying.
light.
So in that
kind of
case,
like smoldering this area.
make a nature check.
Billy's just like, we should
I
move,
got
we
my
should
thing.
move, we should move, we
Yeah.
should move,
Do I
we should
get my
move.
No. This is like more about physics.
19 though.
19 is pretty good. With all of this, you could kind of move Earth to create a bit of an embankment that would allow the wind to pass over top. It would lessen the chances of a sort of flare-up from this case. It would take a good amount of physical work, probably a good 2 hours to do, especially by yourself.
Only someone suggested making a stone wall around
If
this.
only you knew somebody.
Yeah, but then you're trapped with the embers.
You would have literally, the reason that I thought the oven thing was so funny was because you would literally be building yourself to do it on that.
Well,
We should move.
As they say.
There's fire elementals around. This could go up regardless of wind.
so where do we move to?
Just this way a little bit. Not in the pit, with the fire.
If we get Minka to create a wall, we can probably keep the wind from...
What if it's fire elemental related? Either way, we should wake her up.
Minka,
Sorry. Sorry, we need your help.
we didn't pick a great spot. It's kind of dangerous here.
What is that?
Okay.
And
What's
Billy points
what?
at the embers.
Just
Make an Arcana check.
Please tell us what that is.
Good thing I have a reroll available.
Now I'm thinking
And
of
I'm already-
Minka sleeping in her crab hat.
Yeah, I know, me too.
So with the reroll, I take the new number.
Correct.
Bardic? I gave you Bardic.
did you
I know.
roll
I Arcana is just
Roll the Bardic regardless, so you know you have a 2 that you can add to it.
Damn.
15.
15. Are you using the reroll?
I'm worried that it'll just be lower.
Did you want a guidance
Plus
as well?
1.
You're asleep.
You're asleep.
Oh, I
No,
can
you
guidance
trained
myself. That's
before.
true.
That's...
Yeah,
16.
16. Use the reroll.
Try reroll.
Sure. Might
Do
as
you
well. We're at the
reroll
end of
all
the
of the
session.
numbers?
It's also it's 9:54, so I feel like if you're gonna use it, now's the time.
21. Much
Hey.
better.
21 is much better.
I was so worried I was going to roll a 1 and be like, and go back to sleep.
Invisible embers is technically correct,
Mhm.
but even more correct is the terminology flame wisp. Similar to will o' the wisps, these things are invisible at times, but movement, when disturbing them, will cause these abrupt bursts of fire. And then, unlike their cousins, these do not try to lead people astray. They do not need such obtuse ways of approaching their prey.
They just blow them up.
They possess
Oh.
individuals. And when they possess an individual, the individual possessed by them becomes vulnerable to fire damage. They aren't trying to kill their host, they're trying to live in them.
Oh, becomes invulnerable?
Vulnerable.
Oh.
Because they're fine. They're just like, yeah.
Well, those do appear to be flame wisps.
We should move.
How noticeable are they?
They're invisible. So it was very impressive to have spotted them. It makes sense that you set up your camp in the middle of them. It's actually incredibly fortunate that you did not disturb them in the process. If you had created that stone wall, almost certainly, you would have in the last brick going into place, set off an actual inferno on the inside.
The burner clicks on.
Was there not gonna be a door in this door?
Does not matter.
Yeah, that just creates the wind.
Oh no!
That's
If
what gives it the chimney
we're
effect.
really careful, we're fine. Because if we just don't disturb them.
But with the storm on the horizon.
And the wind is picking up.
Okay, maybe if we just really carefully move
Everyone.
Billy starts going around and just like very gently waking people up.
And then just he'll very gently.
If we
wake
don't
me
move,
up
we're
and be
going
like,
to explode into balls of flame.
Always something.
I
we
will.
don't move, we're
I
going
will.
to
As
explode
people
into
wake
balls
up, I will give them the short version of.
Okay, don't move, but we're surrounded by tiny balls of fire that can possess us and light us on fire.
Of course
We should probably move away from them. They are invisible, though. So just be very careful as you move away.
Is the leaf still active, and would it be able to give us this granular path?
We should just follow the leaf out of here.
You've given sort of you said least observed.
By those who would harm us.
Correct. And so this has led you there. It was really Minka and Ori that were like, what about over there? Which is not on the path proper.
I think I said most hidden from, but
Yeah.
Oh, I see. We're not on the path.
You're like 10 feet off of it. Like,
So it's like it's just like gonna direct us like back to the path.
Oh,
we were basically
should-
like, if we had
pulled off in the
slept over
motel.
here,
All right, hold on.
fine. But we
Should
were
we
like,
just-
that looks comfy.
Should we just backtrack the way we came in?
that's
I
what
stopped
13
backtracking
gets
the
you.
way we came in.
Carefully, yes. Very carefully.
You begin to slowly back out. With the guidance from many of your individuals who have been able to see and perceive what is happening, you can extract yourselves very carefully without any issue.
All right, now go back to bed.
Okay. Now I vote we take a rest here, which is like just right on the path. Just here.
And before now, you can kind of see the path goes like. Now it makes sense.
Ah, shit.
You're like, oh, this is a perfect place where we're not going to be in the middle of the path. It's going to be great.
I can feel the leaf rolling its leafy little eyes.
This was my initial suggestion.
You can see a place where like Valis had started to set up his little campsite, and then you guys were like,
We're a
move it up
democracy
here.
for better or worse.
All right, go back to bed.
Try again.
Before going to sleep.
Oh, God. Are you gonna
This
make it happen?
time, no. I did think about it again, though, but it's still impractical. Thinking about being lit on fire,
Yeah.
can I use Mold Earth to actually create one of those embankments that Ori was thinking about earlier to protect us from potential being lit on fire overnight?
Absolutely. You certainly can. So you take a little bit of time to form a sort of,
Retainer wall.
yeah, very much like a retainer wall off to one side, really putting it between you and the place that you just left. Even if there is going to be a gust of wind, they will be on the other side of this embankment from you, and you should be safe. Should.
Especially with that goddamn leaf.
Yeah. I mean,
Settle down, retry the watch.
Many of you settle back in a little bit more like anxiously than the previous time.
Before, oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, please.
I have to check or roll on something. Sorry, please
Okay.
continue.
For the rest of you, you find a little bit more rest. Billy and Ori, you begin your watch again.
Billy continues the scooch.
Right before Alina goes to bed, she's gonna be like, I really believe in you. You can do this. Can I?
It is Alina's version of guidance. And
It's mechanically unhelpful.
It wasn't supposed to be mechanically helpful.
Billy waits for like mechanical assistance, none come.
Doesn't seem like a mechanic issue to me.
It's
So-
a user error.
You can wake me up if you need to.
I already did.
Yeah, I mean, okay, bye.
and then Alina just rolls over. Billy, you begin to, once everybody sleeps, get a little closer to Ori. What are you trying to do?
Chat.
You draw your sword.
Not this again.
I want to make a deal.
Just do the thing that you did with the Dragonborn. That seemed to work pretty well.
Yes, let's use magical assistance to get Ori back.
Ori loves being
He's gonna love
subject of
that.
spells and
It's
charming
super gonna
effects. I will say they do work on that.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Yeah, the last, what, was the 1 minute? Could be a good minute. What?
How is your sister?
How do you think?
Not good.
Very astute of you.
I didn't think that would happen.
her sleep, Alina's like, maybe I should have coached You get this really weird anxiety dream that is just this conversation.
As you're falling asleep, you're like, oh, I wonder if Billy needed some help.
How to talk about feelings 101. I just didn't want you to be the one that broke it. And I thought you would. That seemed bad. It seemed like if that happened and you were aware of it, instant drag to hell or something. I don't know. I imagine something very bad. Granted, the outcome was also very bad. I don't know how to fix it. And I have an idea. I'm not much of a bargaining chip, though.
You completely don't understand, do you?
No.
We had to break it regardless, but you did it yourself. This entire time, I've trusted you. More so than most of the other people here. Because I thought that there was something that you understood more than everyone else. That you were working against. You have been under the thumb of your aunties this whole time, and you keep trying to move away from them, but you are still right under that thumb. And you're trying to give yourself excuses and saying that you're doing the right thing and doing what's best for everyone, but every choice that you've made has led us here. And every choice that you've made has been your choice. But not really, has it? I don't know anymore. I thought that you could maybe go against whatever your aunties have planned for you. I really do think that you are a good person, but now I can't trust you.
That's probably wise.
I don't want to be here. I want to be going not to this hut.
I did try to go alone.
That wouldn't have helped, and you still don't understand. That's probably exactly what your aunties want you to do. You're just following along. Think for yourself.
I don't know if I can.
Well, start trying to figure it out, because we're gonna be there soon. And if you don't know when we're dealing with them head on, then I don't know what I'm going to have to do either.
You'll do what you have to. You always do.
It's not what it feels like right now.
Well. I suppose I should go back to my spot then. I wouldn't vouch for me in the future. Not with eyes on me. On all of us.
The eyes are on the entire continent now.
Yes.
I don't think it really matters.
Billy, more than anything, when you cast non-detection, you felt something break. Eyes might be on everybody now, but there are more eyes on you. What Ori said about being under the thumb of your aunties this whole time, you remember hearing, "Come home, Billy." And almost every time after that, you found yourselves fighting against hags. There might be truth to what Ori is saying. For what it's worth. But the rest of this watch goes by without issue. Who is taking second watch?
I will.
Minka and Alina. So you turn your watch over to Minka and Alina.
As Alina gets ready to do her watch, and as Billy starts to turn in, she goes,
My watch has it.
"How did it go?"
Ori puts on a sleep mask.
Trance. Did you hash it out? Because this fighting, it's not going to work long. So how did it go? Oh, that good, huh? Okay, we'll try again another time.
Yeah. Billy goes to sleep.
Oh my god.
Billy does not go to sleep. Billy tries.
Billy, it's just that conversation replays in your mind again and again and again. And now this time a musical and again and again. It's a tough time. But you do eventually find sleep. For you,
Shrimp
Minka
says it to her at a time.
and Alina, go ahead and make a perception check as you begin this watch.
I hope yours is better than mine.
Oh boy.
It is. Don't worry. That's right, wisdom lady. Perception? 10. Oh man, good thing I have 30. Wisdom-based character. 30, 20 plus 10.
With a 30. Far behind you, the wind is picking up. And you, both of you, hear off and just over the other side of the embankment, suddenly there is a and there is a glow of light as these flame wisps become corporeal for just a moment, and you can hear this as they move around, and then just 6 seconds later just disappear again.
Is that in the spot that we just were?
Yes. The wind picks up, and with it, ash begins to blow across, almost like smoke. It is almost certainly toxic, and Minka, reflexively, you stop smoking. You stop breathing. Reflexively, you ball up your carton of cigarettes and just yeet them into the forest.
Minka's been like stealing from Ori's Stargrass supply.
The visibility is slowly beginning to drop. And as it does, you would imagine the toxic elements of this wind will begin to take a toll on those that need to breathe. Aside from that, and it does not blow in steadily, you are also aware of the fact that with that wind, there is the faint sound of horns. In the distance where you have all come from, there is commotion happening. And over top, over the course of the evening, you do see a large, shadowy shape fly across. And with the 30, Minka, very high is that 30. You barely see this individual. They, across in just a single swoop, just move 160 feet just straight over the camp. They are only about 60 feet up, and so going right over the tops of these trees, and the wingspan must have been at least 100 feet. Again, on the other side of the embankment, the flame wisps reignite with the passage of this being, and you see, with that fire and that light just barely, elements of green, wispy scales just over top. And then this creature is gone. They do not seem to have seen you, but almost certainly a dragon. And the second watch passes without issue.
The sound of the horns, was that like a hunting situation?
It was like a...
Minka was the only one that heard that with the 30, and not hunting, more alarm.
What color is Graxxial duneth? Do we know?
Players know.
Yeah, I mean...
The players know. I don't know that the...
I think Minka's asking
He's
Alina.
been described to us. Oh, like in character?
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain he was described.
I just don't remember. I'm having a hard time remembering what you guys in character in this campaign 1 know and what you guys in campaign 2 know.
I think he might have been black, but that might have been something I dreamed about. I had a dream where I was a gnome with a cool braid.
Was he green?
No,
don't think
that's
I've heard of-
Exexasian the
Yeah.
Covetous. Hang on, I'm looking through my notes on dragons.
You're asleep.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure
yeah,
he wasn't
but-
green.
Okay. A green dragon just flew over us.
Oh,
He didn't see us though, or they. I really don't know.
let's not misgender the dragons.
Doxel Grosh was the blue dragon.
Also, the air in this area is getting increasingly toxic.
What? Oh, sorry. What?
You know, remember when we were in the volcano and it was hard to breathe?
I do remember that.
That's like everything right now.
Okay, so we should probably boogie on out of this forest as fast as we can.
Sooner rather than later.
Okay,
for
but
sure.
We can let everybody finish resting, right?
Make a nature check.
You know, you would think my nature plus would be higher than it is, considering everything.
I definitely assumed that it was.
19.
19. That's still pretty good. With a 19, you certainly have enough time. Over the course of the next 6 hours or so, this air will become quite toxic. So you only requiring a few more hours to finish this final part of your rest should be okay.
We'll be fine, but we should leave quickly.
Okay. Well, I'm sure, Ori won't have a problem with that.
No, but maybe a cloth or something for now.
I'm pretty sure someone very, very early on told us that it was a red dragon was amassing an army up north. I think that's what.
I may have misspoken then. They are a black dragon.
Okay.
Because later, after, not on stream, I was like, is that Graxxial do that? And he's black.
Yeah, my notes had it as a red dragon, but now we know it's Graxxial duneth.
Yeah.
I know it's a black dragon.
But we also know that there are multiple
But
dragons
yeah,
in this
there are multiple
area.
dragons.
so
So
many.
there is
Many.
also
We've
a red
encountered
dragon
at
up here
least
chilling
3.
too. We haven't seen a
It
red
could've been
dragon
red
yet.
dragon that person saw.
No.
Let's go with that.
There's a
There you
bunch
go.
of
It's
dragons. We
canon.
don't
There you
fucking
go.
know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh no, the way that the
I know. There's so many upsetting elements
so
to it.
upsetting.
The choice to make the eye holes a little bit darker around them,
Yeah,
also a very upsetting choice.
It's the worst choice.
I
really
still
is.
don't know if it's worse than the Soge King.
I have a hard time.
Because the
telling
Soge
you.
King mask had the little mouth slit that he was feeding Pockies into.
Now, the second watch does pass without issue. Is there anything that you're doing over this watch?
so, question. At what point would my spells reset? At the end of the watch?
At the end, well, you still need to finish the long rest.
Yeah.
So once you finish the full long rest.
Okay.
So at the end of the third shift.
Yeah. Okay. Then, would casting a spell now interrupt my resting? Probably, right?
I would say it depends on the spell. If you're casting guidance, obviously no.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to do a ritual, yes.
Yeah. Oh, it would be continual flame, basically.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I guess I haven't gone through
It's
that.
just it's a one action spell.
I think you could probably do that, no problem.
Okay. So I'll take my stick. I will cast it and then ask Alina to put it immediately into the bag of holding.
Okay. You do so. You flames on this one little stick, certainly overkill, and then you just jam it in the bag of holding.
Yeah, it's
No
fine.
problem.
Super cool trick, Minka.
So that will stay lit until someone dispels it, and it doesn't cast off heat or need oxygen. So we can just use it wherever.
Will it set anything in here on fire?
Don't they each get their own little pocket dimension?
We've never really quite. I always assumed that everything was just floating around in there, bumping into each other.
You don't really know.
It does say it can be covered or hidden, but not smothered or quenched. So who knows?
But you said
Put
it
it
doesn't
in a
give.
bag,
You said it doesn't give off heat, right?
Right.
So it does. So
But it's still
shouldn't-
fire. It's a question. Is it like produce flame where
I'm pretty sure it.
No, it won't do any damage to items in there.
No, I'm pretty sure it just cast light.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's
it's
just
like
light.
magic in the form of a flame.
Thematic light.
I
Yeah,
got
thematic light.
Okay.
It is extra
Role
prestigious.
play light.
Is
Yeah.
prestidigit great?
Yeah.
But imagine if it did and we still had the thunderstones there.
Listen, Minka did think about it and then remembered that we gave away all of our explosives, so it's probably fine.
Duskwalkers.
We were forced to give them up.
So you...
An adult told us we couldn't have our toy anymore.
I'll take it. So, you complete your second journey of this long rest.
Yep.
Who is taking the final watch?
Are there 3 watches or 4 watches?
3.
So
Well, I'll take the final one.
it's 4 hours for me watch.
Correct.
And then 4 hours for Valis watch.
Yeah.
That's how we usually do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Valis is the one keeping
Just
for
like
the
the
keeping
last
It's a
the final
12-hour
2
total.
hours.
you
Like
get an
rest
extra
total.
2 hours of sleep, buddy, or
You
trance.
could if you wish, but you also could just not. It's entirely your choice. You are finished resting after the end of the second one, so you can take the third watch.
Okay.
Is anybody else taking the third watch?
Would you wake up Cheshire?
Well, Alina kind of tiptoes over to Cheshire, just super gently does a little jiggle, and she's like, Cheshire, do you think you'd be able to just do a watch? It would be super helpful because you're so perceptive.
You ever seen anything out of a bloodshot eye?
Okay, thanks anyway.
Valis, make a perception check. This is a quiet watch for you.
1.
It's crabs.
Crabs everywhere. Like, I'm in trouble.
Like the Christmas island.
Yeah, just
19. Oh, and does my exhaustion go away? Now that I
It
finished
does,
the long
yes,
rest?
it does, it does.
Those are good.
With a 19, the wind blowing in is getting steadily more toxic, coming in from the east. You know that when everybody is finished with their rest, you'll want to move pretty quickly to stay ahead of these ash-choked winds. But aside from that, 3.5 of your hours go by very smoothly.
Cool.
3.5?
In that final half an hour, as some of you are beginning to stir, Ori, as you are now awake, in the early hours of the morning, as the light begins to rise up, returning from the south, you do see a large shape in the air. And as the first rays of morning strike, you see a very unusual green dragon approaching in the air, not necessarily aware of your location, but perhaps. However, it is 10:30 and a good place for us to take a break. So this is where we're going to end for the evening. And as a very large green dragon approaches all of your location, we'll be back next week. Thank you for joining us. Please stay safe. It is wild out there. We'll see you next week.
We're gonna die!
Bye.